Sending out a signal to the furthest reaches of space. A message asking why, without a reply, floating endlessly. All of the faces that pass in front of me. All of the solid colors that make up the how and why of you and me. Of you and me.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Thursday style coming at you. You know, many people say Thursday is the best day. Oh, I think we got Snitchinator coming in here. Snitchinator! Come on! Let's go! Snitchinator starting us off here. Oh, yes. Epicness entering. Big ups, Jericho TSK. What's up, everybody? Thursday in the house. And it's time for an epic day ahead. Let me explain exactly what I mean by that. Well, first we got this. The history of the bank leaks of DSP space gaming. Then we have a pre-style stream. Then we have Detractor Beam. And on that show, we shall watch the interview of DSP on Truth Seekers YouTube channel. Steven Cambian coming in hot. And it should be fun. What a day ahead, right? What a day ahead. Sorry to all the Eastern European and British style detractors who probably can't watch that interview. But I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow. Don't worry about that, right? And to be clear, we don't know how this interview is going to go. Could be, there's such a wide, the wide range of things that can happen in this interview are vast, right? Right? Because remember when the side scrolls is like, it's probably going to suck or it's going to be amazing. That's kind of the two things I had, and it turned out to be amazing. This one, I think there's a lot of results that could be in the middle there, right? Because Philip has a lot of knowledge about what's going to be said here today, right? Steven, Truth Seekers, has not been afraid to, share everything he's going to talk about, which I don't think is ideal, right? But that's just how it is. So now Philip can, of course, have his canned responses for stuff. And he could also go back to the well of, hey, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that, right? So, well, let's just be cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. And that's right. Knowing the questions didn't help on the side scrollers. But I do think, remember, Philip said, any questions you want the side scrollers to ask me on Twitter? And it was all nonsense. Like, Philip was kind of ready for those. The ones that caught him off guard was like the clips and stuff. That one he was like, oh, fuck, hold on. Those were the ones that really got him on side scrollers. When he brought up the black pack, right, that really set him for a bit of a loop. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Steven's going to do that. We're going to have clips ready. I assume we will. Because even just looking at this thumbnail, guys, let's look at this thumbnail. Everything, it's all about the bank leaks, right? Basically, it's all about the bank leaks and the bankruptcy. So, that's what you got to, I don't know how Philip's going to turn this into a positive or how he thinks it's going to be a quick thing. It's not like you could just say, so the bank leaks, true or false? All right, well, they're false. All right. Well, moving on. So you played Street Fighter, huh? You can't do that. So we'll see. That's the fun part. We're in anticipation of what may happen, right? The uncertainty, the tension. What does Willy Wonka say? The tension is glorious. Hope it'll last. Whatever. Anyways, big ups, Mr. Extravagant, who says, tell Chew this super chat is only a part of her Valentine's Day gift to her, and she'll get, the suspense is killing me. I hope it'll last. There we go. Tell Chew this super chat is only part of my Valentine's Day gift to her, and she'll get the rest tomorrow. Don't worry, she'll know what I mean. Oh, okay. Oh, well, if she knows what you mean, that's fine. Totally fine. Big ups, Luigi's Nair. Is Kat getting flowers tomorrow? Not from Philip. No, God, no. Best she can hope for is pat on the back, maybe? Good morning? I don't know. What's the best she can hope for? I don't know. You tell me. She already got Arby's yesterday, so that's pretty good. Jericho TSK says, little known fact, 16 and 51 were the ages of Panda and Philip when they met. I didn't know that. Big ups to everybody. Thanks for the kindness the other day. Big ups, Jericho. Hope you're feeling better, brother. Hope you're doing all right out there. And once again, thanks for the Burnell Dent picture I have. I got to find a place for it so you can see it on stream, but I'll definitely put it up. Oh, by the way, yeah, the candy. Remember they did buy chocolate 2 weeks ago? Philip did say that. You're right, Nocturnal. I don't want to sell him short. They did buy candy many weeks ago. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Anyways, we got a lot to cover. We're going to go right into the pre-stream, then we're going to right into the pre-stream, and then we're going to, do everything. So let's get to it. I always go long. I've often heard that from women as well. I often go long. So today I want to make sure I don't go long and finish up nice and nice and quickly. I want to prematurely finish the stream, if you know what I'm saying. That's something I've never done. So we're going to do that today. We're going to finish right on the pre-stream, okay? So we are going to start with the most recent telling of the tale. So we can keep that in our minds while we go back to all of the retcons. And I do want to say, I think it goes without saying around here, bank leaks are bad. Bank leaks are against the law. Hacking into someone's bank account is very against the law. And if you do that, you should face the full brunt of the law for doing something very illegal. Not cool, man. However, what we're going to focus on here is how Philip chose to handle when someone broke the law according to his bank accounts, right? That's what we're going to handle today. I'm not interested in, breaking the law or glorifying breaking the law. What I am interested in is how Philip chose to damage control when someone broke the law against him. Or maybe they didn't, right? He said many things. So, anyways, let's go. We have Meerkat's Bank Leaks video. It's great. And I got that in the playlist, Simulated Dumplings, for that very reason. But okay, let's go. Big ups to Cerulean, by the way, for putting this together, as always. Let's go. Smart Guys, Episode 4. Main event, lead into the Rumble. He gets asked a question by Triple P. I call him Triple P.
Questions submitted by... Okay, so look. This is what I'm confused. Okay? And this is going back to the past, and this is like the hardest question you're going to get.
Okay, go ahead. Please.
Let's get the flames going.
Oh, okay.
For this edition of Grill Phil. So this is a question that comes from the Kiwi Farms, Phil.
Oh, the Kiwi Farms, the most reliable people on the planet.
They've been really pestering.
Yes, they are, actually.
Me, and so they were a bunch of clips, and they're saying...
When the Kiwi Farms wants to show facts about something, they are extremely reliable.
So it turns out the bank leaks aren't even your transactions, right?
Okay. Yes.
They're not.
What?
Are they?
Yes? Huh?
No, but I'm confused now.
Yeah, I'm already confused, Philip.
Are they your transactions or are they not your transactions?
Okay, go ahead.
I've said a million times it's not. I can't wait to hear what they have to say about it now. I really can't. So let's go ahead.
See, Philip is trying to get around the real question because the real question is very simple. Is it yours or not? But Philip's kind of excited here because he thinks that Triple P is going to ask more specific things so we can kind of just filibuster our way out of it. But really, it's a really simple question. Is it real, yours or not? Right? And I think Triple P does follow up on that successfully here.
And what did they say about him today?
No,
I can't.
No. This is, what they're saying is that they're not actually your transactions. That you said... that they're not your transactions.
Yes.
And then the question is, if they're not your transactions, why did you report it to the bank?
Yes.
Why did I report what to the bank?
The bank?
Repeating the question back, you know.
Leaks. Didn't you call the bank and ask? You never reported anything to the bank or to...
I never reported anything to the bank, okay? So keep that message right in your mind. I'm gonna put that as a pinned message. I never reported anything to the bank. Okay, got it. DSP 130 Jan 30 2025. Okay, that's gonna be important. That's gonna be extremely important. Okay, all right. We're gonna pin that one. We're gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna circle back around. Meet up, look at everything from a 10,000 foot view, and come back to that, okay? That is pinned. Go ahead.
To the police
I never. No. Here, I already told this full story. I'll tell it again. I guess you didn't hear the full story.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm confused because I don't know if the leaks are real or if they're fraudulent.
Okay. The leaks are bullshit.
What's going on?
Here's what happened. Okay. Someone socially engineered one of my accounts. I can't tell you what account it is because there may be some stuff going on with it. Let's just put it that way. Okay. I had an account. Someone socially
I don't know what that means, but all right. There might be some things going around with it.
Engineered it. The moron who worked for the company thought it was me, reset the account and gave someone access to one of my accounts. It wasn't my bank account. Okay. But
it wasn't my bank account.
This account was linked.
It was one of your accounts. So it was like your credit card statement or.
I'm not going to say what it was, but something like that. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's doing a lot of work, isn't it? Something like that. Oh, okay.
Got access to that. That account had access to my personal banking information. Now, did they have the numbers? No. But had access to take money out of my bank account.
Because that makes sense. They had access to my bank account, but they didn't have access to the numbers, but they did have access to take money out. Okay, well, let's keep going. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Because if it wasn't your account, why would you care or even be addressing it, right? So it was one of your accounts.
The things that we're talking about, like the bank leaks, had nothing to do with me. Like that, I don't know where they got that shit from or if they made it up or whatever. Yeah. I had something else completely unrelated.
That's true, Dylan Draper. You're all right. So there is accounts that could take money out of your account based, not like willy-nilly though, right, Dylan Draper? Let's talk about that because, we all have like automatic payment systems that can do that. But they're not like just randomly, in my experience. I can't say, 60 likes now. Let me just, I'm trying to think how to say this even. They take out the amount for the bill, but you can't be like, just take out a random 10 for the fun of it, right? I mean, I guess there's some situations where you could say, pay $10 towards my next bill or something if you wanted to, I guess. But anyways, it's all irrelevant in the end because we all know that's bullshit. But let's keep listening. This is the story he's going with now.
With my bank happen, and they put 2 and 2 together and say, oh, well, you see, because something happened with his bank, that must mean that all these leaks are authentic.
So Dylan Draper says you can manually play an arbitrary amount. There we go. So there you go. But anyways, in the end, we know this part is irrelevant because it is his account, obviously. Anyone with a brain can see that. But this is how we're deciding to explain this away right now.
2 and 2 together and say, oh, well, you see, because something happened with his bank, that must mean that all these leaks are authentic, but they're not. What this person was actually using a socially engineered account to steal money out of my account and make false payments to other companies that didn't need to be paid anything. So one day I'm getting a ping in my phone. It's like, you're overdrawn. What? How the hell am I overdrawn? And I look, they're actually sending thousands of dollars of payments that I don't owe.
Yeah, see, so what kind of account could this person socially engineer to be able to pay multiple bills? I mean, is there some kind of service that does that? Maybe. Is Philip using that service? I doubt it. But okay, so there's different bills that this person has the capability of paying for, but it's not. They're trying to keep up with his story, by the way. Okay, we're trying to keep up with his story. So he can pay multiple bills without access to any of the bank account numbers, but he's paying multiple bills.
And they're emptying my bank account out.
Yeah,
like this is fucked.
So this story is believable, though, right? I mean, again, pretend you've never seen the bank leaks, okay? If someone told you this story, you could theoretically believe it, right? Someone is fucking with me and paying my bills too early that I hadn't access, so my bank is overdrawn. Theoretically, that part could happen, right? I mean, but now he's saying multiple bills, they're paying everything off. That's a little bit harder to believe, but all right.
So what happens is when you call your bank, they're like, they don't want to mess around at all. They're like, we're just going to immediately shut everything down.
Okay, I never reported anything to the bank.
Frozen. We're going to give you a new account. We don't know what kind of access. And I had to do this with all my finance shit. Like I had to have all my stuff redone from the ground up. I had payment arrangements with places like the IRS set up. I had to contact the IRS and say, please believe me, I'm not trying to skimp on my payments. They fucked my account and I don't have any money right now. It was a nightmare. And it took
So that makes sense too. That's believable as well. If someone did that, that took all his money out, he would have to go to those companies and say, hey, I don't have any money. Someone stole my account. What I have harder time believing is the bank would be very quick, extremely quick to fix this problem, right? I only had one problem like this when like someone got the credit card number, you know, and they're doing stuff, and it was like such small amounts. And I called the credit card instantly. It is as fast as you can blink. The money's back in your account, and they get your new card sent you that way. Now, I've never had it happen with the payment plan or whatever, you know, this kind of payment system. But, you know, I don't, it's kind of weird that the bank would not put a, you know, hurry up to fix this problem, right? But, and also you have to go to the bank, right? But
took me months and months to clean this up. It cost me a lot of money because some companies are very nice about it and they'll be like, we understand it's identity theft or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Other companies are like, yeah, fuck you. Late fee, you know, back fee, fuck you over. So they really screwed me.
back fee.
By once and for all, was there a police report or no?
No, I didn't file a formal police report for it. No, I didn't.
And then you didn't directly deal with the bank, or you did?
Oh, I did directly deal with the bank for sure. Like I said, they handled it. They did an investigation and all that.
This is how I understand it within the kingdom of Phil. It's sort of like Oceania in 1984, where for the purposes of calling out the detractors as evil pieces of shit, the bank leaks are real because they're bastards that hacked your account. But for the purposes of denying the transactions, because we don't want to, you know, say that they're real, we say that it wasn't your account and it was.
All right, so yeah, so Bank of America has best payment for best protections. They would have money back if it was stolen. I have my account compromised. I confirm which payments weren't mine. They removed them and sent me a new card. It's easy to deal with. If it wasn't his bank account that was compromised, why did they shut his bank account and give him a new one? All these things make sense to me, right? If it wasn't your bank account, right, what you'd have to do is get a new account with that payment service. And it seems like that would solve the problem, all right? But, you know, it's going to be one of these days where we're going to be that dude with the conspiracy theories, putting it all together here, because Philip has made it like that, I think very intentionally. Telling the story 18 different ways leads to this, right? But that's why we're doing this today. We're getting the most recent telling out of the way, and then we'll go back.
Was never hacked. So simultaneously, both of these concepts are true,
and not at the same time.
Of Phil,
yeah,
but not necessarily.
See, now this is Duper's Delight saying, "Yep, I guess we got past this question," which I hope Steven doesn't let happen, right? Because there's some things that you can just say straight up, you know, which I'll show you in a minute here. But.
At the same time, and that's how we reconcile what might be a supposed contradiction on this. Is whatever actually suits the king's narrative at any given time is the truth and is fucking based. And I honestly see no reason to ever question Phil about this ever again. We need to just accept the doublethink that the king is always right. It's Schrodinger's bank leaks. It serves whatever narrative we need it to do. So anyway, guys, that's it for Grill Phil.
Yes.
Phil is an-
So there we go. So to sum it up, on the story we have right now is Philip never reported anything to the bank. Someone socially engineered a different account, paid multiple bills that they didn't need to pay, and that sent him into overdraft, which led to him having to get a new bank account, but also pay a lot of money. Remember that part too? We did have to pay a lot of money. You know what I mean? Big ups, Talby. Overcomplicating a very simple concept or event is the cornerstone of Pignosis. Big ups, ALT. Big ups, Talby. That is very true. Big ups, Nasser Abdullah for the membership. All right. Now, we have the first story out of the way, right? The first telling of the tale right here. Now we're going to go back to when the bank leaks first were dropped. So if you've never seen them, Piece of Peace has them all put in beautiful Excel style sheets here, and we can check out everything, right? We got all kinds of shit here. It's really cool. So I pulled up have some here to bring up so it's easier to see. So the grand total here of is a shocking one. We're going to get into a few detailed ones here, but big ups, Clip Curator. Holy shit. Big up, sir. You're a legend. So this is insane. Like, just look at this, okay? So mortgage, $33,000, right? You got a mortgage, you got to pay it. That sucks, right? Federal taxes, that seems insanely high, but I guess if you didn't pay your taxes for many years, you'd have to pay that as well. Groceries, all right? Sucks. You got to pay for groceries. That's HOA fees. That seems insanely high to me there too as well. I don't know why you would live at a place with an HOA that fucking much. Holy shit, man. But anyways, okay. So, you know, this, by the way, so this is a year and 6 months of transactions here, right? A year and 6 months of transactions. Okay. The biggest slice of this pie, is microtransactions. Microtransactions. He has quite literally paid more in microtransactions than in mortgage payments. It's so hard to believe that statement, right? It's so wild. What other, like, this would be if this was, I can't find the words. It's just to think about this, how good your life could be if you just said no to microtransactions, or even just did it at a reasonable level, right? All right, you want to spend $100 a month on mobile games? Go fucking nuts, dude.
80 likes, everyone.
Live your truth, king. 44,000. And we're not even going to talk about what that money could do in a retirement account, right? We're not even going to talk about that. Yeah, I mean, the HOA fees are nuts. $800 a month, man. I'm pissed at mine, and I pay $140. They don't do shit except trash, but I got to pay $140 a month, and I hate that. Right? 13 grand. Anyways, move forward positively here. We're going to get into some typical $800 a month kind of salve for HOA. Is that including your rent, though? Or is that separate kind of salve? Damn. Canada doesn't fuck around, do they? How are you surviving, Snood? Jeez, 800? You better get a lot of stuff. Oh, it's what your landlord pays. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, kind of salve. I was worried. I was worried about you. Holy shit. Kind of salve is struggling. 800 HOA plus rent. Yeah, anyway, and moving forward positively here, okay? We're not considered an HOA show here. We could do that show. That'd be kind of fun, actually. Let's talk about our HOAs. I love talking. All right, anyways, we're going to get to individual transactions down the line, I promise, okay? But this is what the bank leagues look like. You can have some fun looking at these if you ever have. For example, we have single days where we spend, just insane amounts in a single day on Apple iTunes. This is $764 in a single day. A single day. This is pulling, not getting the result you want, spending another hundo, not getting the result you want, spending another hundo, not getting the result you want. He's spending like he's a pro athlete, right? But he's not a pro athlete. He's an e-bagger. And that is not the only example of this. There are many times when he gets on benders. Just disgusting benders. $880 is highlighted right here in a single day. This is we had a busy day here. Look at this. Very busy day. Look at this. So this is all one day. This is a busy boy. We spent $1,530 on a single day. Let's go through what we did here. We went to Alberto's Junior Mexican Restaurant, $20. Oh, that's good. That's a good trip. Then we did a $174 PayPal. That must have been just to, open the app fee. $262, that must have been a different game. $550, that's Candy Crush. $55, $49.99. By the way, these are all amounts that that mobile games make you pay, right? $4.99, $49.99, cost plus groceries. I must have went in and got a few candy bars. I don't know what that is. DoorDash. That's a double. That's DoorDash probably plus the DoorDash fee, I'm guessing, right? Then we had the grocery store trip for $145. And then we went on a pulling spree. Okay, so that was $880 in a single day. Went to PetSmart after that. Then we went to paid our energy bill. Total Wine $71. And that was the end of that day. Pretty hype. Pretty fucking hype. And that is true Pentinson. And we're talking $2021. You know what I mean? I don't spend $145 on a grocery trip, and I have 2 kids. You know what I mean? And now, today's numbers. So anyways, moving forward positive here, there is an amazing video that Ann Lee has saved, and this is the robot lady reading the transactions. And I believe this is how people got the numbers, because they would just listen and get the last 10 transactions over and over again. So we're not going to listen to all this, but this is what it sounds like.
A debit card purchase for $72.82 from DoorDash. On August 5th, a debit card purchase for $41.96 from Shari's Cafe and Pies. On August 5th, a credit in the amount of $1.64.
Uh-huh.
On August 4th, a pre-authorized payment of $0.99 from Apple iTunes. You can say repeat, hear more, search.
So that's what this person did.
5. On August 3rd, a credit in the amount of $400.
I'm trying to find 1651 because it's very, let's see, 51. Did they say 51 ever? Here we go.
Payment of $16.51.
For anyone that doesn't know, that's why this station is WPIG 1651, by the way. Still get asked that every once in a while.
From PayPal. On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal. You can say
hear more.
Repeat, hear of $16.51 from PayPal.
Uh-huh.
On September 14th,
how much is this going to be?
A pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from
God.
PayPal.
This is going to finish it, though, right?
September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
What? Oh? Let me find that day. Because that day is unhinged. We couldn't stop that day. September. That's 9. Yeah, look at this. It's right here. That is the 1651 fun day. $247 spent in a single day on $14.99 pulls. Whatever that was. Did TJ Gamebox ever say that?
All right. Thank you for re-upping your membership.
Anyways.
I appreciate that.
Moving forward positively here, we're going to get to Meerkat's video on this. So Meerkat goes through how this happened, how this really took place, and how it was shown. Oh yeah, I will. So yeah, Big Guy makes a good point, and I do have it here.
Thank you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that.
The real 6 Christmas Hogan from Iwamoto, big ups. So this is the real. Steven is 100% going to bring this up because it is on the. It's on the thumbnail. But Burger King, September 7th, 2021. We're going to get to the video, so I'll wait. Don't worry. We'll get to that video. But that is the smoking gun, as they say. The snorting gun, okay, is right here. The snorting something was right was right here. So we'll get to that. Don't worry, though, okay? I promise I got it loaded up and ready.
Thank you all very much.
All right, let's go. Meerkat in the house. In just a month and a half, he spent $443 on alcohol, and that's not for a party at all. That's for a single person, and maybe what Cat wants. Oh, Frogga is a mod and PayPig only iced coffee. Okay. People making accounts. Look at that super chat. Please contact us concerning your checking account. the original kick chat. Oh yeah. I know a lot of people are watching audio style, so I will read it out. I apologize for the intro. Not everything, but. Sweet video here, Meerkat.
The WWE mobile game meme came about because I declared bankruptcy.
So then, okay,
Okay, and idiots on the internet wanted to find like a scapegoat or a reason why I shouldn't get bankruptcy. And so they had this insane, crazy, overblown conspiracy theory that because there was a guy, I guess, that in the game had my name, not my DSP.
Remember, funny how he describes this when it's true.
Get bankruptcy. And so they had this insane, crazy, overblown conspiracy theory that because
crazy, overblown conspiracy theory. That was true.
there was a guy, I guess, that in the game had my name, not my DSP gaming, my Twitter handle. They call me DSP, okay? Because this guy had my Twitter handle that somehow it was me. And so they kept showing on the internet, on Kiwi Farms. Of course, people sent me all this information so I would know what's going on with this fucking bullshit. Look, Phil, people are slandering you and saying that you're this guy and you're spending money on the game and this and that. And I basically ignored the living shit out of it, okay?
Oh shit, Faradox with a conspiracy theory of his own. What date was the incident? I always thought 6051 was the date reversed. It works. 2016, May 1st. What? Whoa, it's all coming together. What? I didn't realize that. Oh my God. It's all coming together. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Holy shit, that's wild. Paradox. Breaking open paradoxes. I think we all might be dead soon. We're figuring out too much. You know, if you're in the Matrix and you figure out too much and they start coming after you, that's what we're doing right here. Holy shit, man. We got to shut it down quick. Iwamoto the House says, for real, if I would also deny if I spent this much. You're right, Iwamoto. You're right. I would deny it too, honestly, if that was, you know. Big ups to Iwamoto. 94 Bad Boy Boogie says, it's literally just food and Hogan pools. Oh yeah, what the two main food groups. Food and Hogan pools. What else do you need? And don't forget alcohol. Those are the three. Once you get the three-pronged plan of your life, you're good. Big ups Faradox for that. I will never forget that.
Saying that you're this guy and you're spending money on the game and this and that. And I basically ignored the living shit out of it, okay? Because any more time that I put into it, any more effort, that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted me to talk about it. They wanted to derail my streams. They basically wanted to send so much slanderous information about me on the internet, about this fucking mobile game that I played years ago and stopped playing, okay? That they basically wanted to make it life miserable for me and somehow convince the parties involved with my bankruptcy that this had something to do with it and that they should not grant me bankruptcy, all right? Wait, they're still doing it. It's like, are you out of your fucking minds? I got the bankruptcy, you dumb fucking shits.
So get ready for that. Get ready for that tonight, by the way. So he's going to say that same shit tonight 100 times. Just get ready. Over under him mentioning that is 3 or 4 times. Because he's going to say, I got the bankruptcy, therefore everything I've ever said in the past is correct and true because I was given the bankruptcy, you dumb fuck. Well, he won't say dumb fuck. He'll say sir, but, you know. Okay, so then Meerkat goes through all the bank leaks here. He's just showing the full rundown of them. This is one, the most epic day ever was $2,300 on Apple iTunes on a single day. $2,300 on Apple iTunes. Yes, on a single day.
Reality, what should happen is I could sue them, I would. And that would shut the motherfucker up. Because once they get hit with a defamation
or loot
lawsuit,
boxes or similar in-game random purchasing systems gambling. They are 100% gambling. 100%. What? What does that mean? I don't know. You go into a mobile game on your phone, and in your mobile game, it says, buy this pack of cards, and you have a chance to get the featured card who's the new character in the game that has all these amazing abilities.
September 19, 2021, WWE Champions, $8,225. Craig says, spend less on WWE Champions. DSP, the Immortal, says no. Responds to that, actually. That's fake, isn't it? Food, 200. Well, that's not a real tweet. What is that? I'm searching for that now. He wrote the first tweet, too. Oh, it's a meme. Thank God. Drill tweet. I was like, what did you write? I thought the response was real, but then I thought the top, like, he didn't write that. Someone who's good in the economy, please help me budget this. That my family is dying. Okay, big up Starkside Drill.
Abilities that you need to do a special event. That
you got me. Okay, you got me.
Big rewards. Oh, by the way, the chance is so negligible that you would ever get that character, but some people will get lucky and get them. More than likely, you're just going to drop money after money after money.
All right, so now they're showing, not that drill, different drill. Who are we talking about here? Can we get back on track, please? What drill? Another drill, different drill. Okay, different drill, non-musical style drill apparently. All right, back on the rails here. This is all that we're showing all things to show that he is down for the rafters. By the way, so we know about this already. So why should this be
regulated? But what about
okay,
right? It's gambling. The reason that people spend so much money on these games, mobile games in particular, are the biggest. Even though people to this day are saying, "Oh, it's games like Madden and games like that are really bad." This shit, the mobile gaming industry, almost every fucking game on a mobile phone has this model where we will give you the game for free with very limited content, but if you want to progress at all, you gotta spend, and they hook you. They actually do things to cause addiction. They will sell you a $5 pack of value, so you get a ton of value out of this $5.
You think saying maybe like $4.99 worth of value? We've seen many of those. For example, this one. Maybe like a $4.99 worth of value pack. That's interesting.
Pack that's only available once for $5. If you want that same value, you have to spend $20 again. Oh, by the way, if you keep spending, now you have an increased chance to get the character that.
So he just explained it very clearly there. Remember we saw that one where it starts with $4.99 and then it went up to $20? Like here, like right here. So he just explained it very well there. So it looks like this one was $2.99. Well, where's a better example? Because there was one like that. Where it said $4.99. Oh, here we go, like this. So you go $4.99 first for the first pack, and then once you get that one, you gotta step it up to the 50 pack. Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then you go do your day's work. You go to groceries. You go to get your DoorDash, and then you go back and you gotta start dropping bombs, right? $100 bombs. Fuck that.
That you want, or you get the crafting items you need to craft the special card or armor piece or whatever you need to beat the stage so you can progress and keep playing the game.
And it becomes this gotta keep spending mentality that wraps you into this model that never ends.
Yeah. So it seems like you know that, right?
To continue to see me upload videos to YouTube at this point, since
so this was 2019, the ultimate eBay.
I'm making no money whatsoever on DSP Gaming. I need you to help support everything, all right? I need to make a living, and I'm making nothing on the YouTube videos. So what this means is that I need you guys who are avid watchers, who are longtime fans of mine, who love my YouTube content, to please step up and support the effort.
Step up, guys. Step it up. I got to spend $880 on a single day. Step it up.
In a situation, if there's no clear end in sight, there's no way out, you have to contribute if you want to keep seeing me be able to put out videos on YouTube, period. The situation is pretty dire. If I can't raise a lot of money between now and April, I'm pretty much faced with no other option but to sell this house. I still got the party horns here ready, waiting for some big contributions. I'll blow them if we get some. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. I have no money. The money you guys are tipping me is going to bills. That's why I look and I say, oh, $17 in tips. Well,
good joke.
This is a bad night for me because I was hoping to pay some bills. You know, behind the scenes, you know, any funds that I brought in the past week or so that would have normally gone towards the cost of a game, basically just had to clear bills, all right? And I really tried to pinch pennies and make ends meet, and it just didn't happen. It didn't come together.
All right.
Oh, my fucking God. What the fuck? What the fuck? What in the fuck?
So he's showing now all the alcohol. I mean, alcohol is out of control. I never spent that much alcohol in my day when I was putting it back. Hardcore style. I was a frugal style.
Fuck. What the fuck?
I just needed the liquid going in the body. I didn't give a shit how much I spent on it, but Philip clearly needs top shelf.
What in the fuck? Punch my grandma in the shoulder, hit my mama in the shin, thump my uncle on the neck, punch my brother in the kidney, and burn.
Like, it's been tough.
Yeah.
You know, my life has been tough
It has
over
been.
the last decade. It has.
Woo, mama. 21% of his everything has been spent on WWE champions. What was that one? So he just showed. Oh, look at this. So he has a insufficient funds fee from his bank, and then he goes Safeway, Total Wine, PetSmart, Fred Meyer, Target, Starbucks, DoorDash, Dash Pass, Sherry's of Renton, DoorDash. He does not give a fuck. Even after his bank goes overdraft, fuck it. I got money to spend now. Better spend it. He is a DoorDash VIP. Hell yeah. Sherry's of Renton, I think, what is that? Isn't that the Curls and Twirls? Oh, no, it's a restaurant. It's a restaurant. It's closed now. So what are we going to do? Breakfast cafe. Uh-huh. You know, when your bank goes overdraft, the best place to do is go out to eat breakfast. It really helps ease the pain. Papa Polka in the house says, scamming to this degree has to fall under a crime of some kind, right? Well, yeah, I mean, you'd think, right? But begging's not a crime, I guess. But it really shows, like, if you have a bank, like, from some people, when I worked at a bank, they would overdraft their bank account, and it was like 9/11 just happened in their life, right? Their life is ruined right now. People come in fucking crying, saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Is there anything you guys?" You know, they don't want to help. They're saying like, "What? How did this happen?" And usually, a lot of the times, it was like, "Well, you spent this thing, and that was their own fault." But still, they had an honest. It seemed at the time, who knows what they did when they left, but they were like, "Oh my God, okay, well, we'll make sure I'm not going to make it happen. It's not going to happen again," you know. But DSP doesn't think twice about it. Does not think twice about it. It's just pay. We gotta make it breakfast somehow. Because Val, who says money has no value to Phil, it's just a number that goes up and down. And of course, to Phil, higher number equals better and more gooder. And also, I think to him, makes him seem like he is accepted because people are giving him money. Because again, I don't think it's actually about the money for Philip. It's about acceptance. And when people give money, that means they must like me, right? But anyways, moving forward positively here, we're going to go to a time when Philip started to react to it. So there was a short time, right? A really short time, a day, I believe, when Philip didn't mention it. Well, eventually he did. I believe it was the next time, okay? And he said this: I will give everyone a brief statement. Update on the identity theft, crime, slander, drama that has been going on with me lately on the upcoming pre-stream. Don't expect much because I can't say much, but I will say what I can. And then we'll be on to a fun week of games. And he used a very cool sports player GIF here. So you love this. You definitely love this, all right? Very cool and hip. So there we go. We're going to go to this. Big ups to Hate Armory for this one. So Phil does address the Pignama papers. I don't think I can get on board with Pignama papers, but good effort, though. Pignama papers. I guess I'm laughing, so it did work. All right, let's go.
In fact, before I even say a word, let me type something for the chat that I'm going to paste up.
Oh, sweet. The first comment says, by the way, the amount of times DSP has retconned this story is insane, so get ready.
No? So go ahead, there we go, and I'm going to post this up. So I'm just going to read this ahead of time, all right? Important, please know that discussion of any drama from outside of my streams on my stream is not allowed and has always been against the rules. So derailing the stream is grounds for moderation, so please enjoy the stream. What this means is that once I make my brief statement here, that's that.
Please know that discussion of drama from outside of the stream is not allowed and has always been against the rules. Derailing the stream is grounds for moderation. Thanks and enjoy. Oh, well, at least you said thanks and enjoy.
There will be no further discussion of this drama from outside the stream because it's no one's business and has nothing to do with my streams at all. You guys are here on the streams for one purpose, to have a good time. You want to see me enjoy games, interact a little bit in regards to the games, and yes, every once in a while we'll have off-topic discussion that is usually pertinent to something going on my streams. Excuse me. But in general,
you all right?
No, I don't allow drama topics on my stream. This last week we did a very, very good job of keeping that, in check because there's a lot of potential for assholes to come in here and troll and derail, and we basically shut all that down, which was great. Okay, so in a nutshell, guys, here's the deal.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to say as briefly as I can, as summarized as I can, to let you know what's going on, and then we're going to move on, okay?
Jesus
Over the last
Christ!
week, it's come to my attention and my knowledge, finally, that I have been subject to the crime of identity theft, a federal crime, by the way. This is something that's incredibly serious. This is not just a little, someone's trolling on the internet. Through some kind of means, all right, someone found out my personal information, whether it's stuff that was posted publicly or it's stuff that was not, because I know for a fact that there's access to information that should not be public whatsoever, my private stuff. These people went around the internet impersonating me, doing very malicious things, to say the least. Okay. I don't. Again, I'm not supposed to say too much about it for advisement because of everything going on behind the scenes. But essentially, these people had a concerted and organized effort to not only try to access as much of my information as possible on the internet that they should not have access to, but then to try to screw it all up for me. Okay. Yes, this includes all kinds of stuff.
That was quick. Cult leader scams to feed gambling addiction.
Okay. Yes, this includes all kinds of stuff. Okay, it does, including control over my financials, as well as they tried to create accounts in my name that are not me. They tried to do things like see my credit reports and stuff like that.
Okay.
And essentially just try to do as much as they could to hurt me in any way possible. Like, it's pretty ridiculous, the lengths that these people went. And I actually lucked out that I got a notification via email about someone messing around in one of my accounts, which then led me to research it and find out that, this was happening. Now, without going into too much detail, because I can't, what I can tell you is this, okay? You can absolutely not believe everything you're hearing on the internet.
Oh, of course.
Although, most of the crap that's always said about me on the internet is very simple. It's half-truths. It's someone takes, as I've called it over the years, a nugget of truth, and they spin it to be something that it's not. They'll take something that's true and then use that as the grounds to now create a giant flood of misinformation and say, well, you see, this piece of it is true, so the rest of it must be true too. And I've been the victim of this many, many years, people making these conspiracy theories and crazy shit up about me, and I just can't seem to dodge it no matter what I do, because times that I've tried to debunk things and things have always backfired. What ends up happening is when I'm in the process of debunking something else is revealed that's now used to hurt me, or people do what's called moving the goalpost. All right? If you explain away one thing or rationalize it, here's what really happened.
Okay.
Oh, what about 10 other things? Wait a minute, I thought we were talking about this thing. Well, no, we got 10 other conspiracies for you now. So there's never really any point to me talking about this stuff publicly, because when I do, it never benefits anyone. There's no point. It's never good enough for these crazy conspiracy theorist nut jobs who want to hurt me. And now they've taken it too far. It's one thing just literally saying, okay, here's conspiracies about Phil. It's another thing committing federal crimes against me. Okay? So, that being said, that's about as much as I can say about it in specific. All I can tell you is, no, not everything on the internet about me is true. I think everyone knows that. But I can't go into specifics anymore because of stuff going on behind the scenes. And I shouldn't. I've basically been advised. This is a really good piece of advice. And I'm going to give this to you guys as well, a piece of advice. All right? The more you say about something, the more it can always be used against you. It's true.
Yeah. But it'd be helpful if you learned that when you started your YouTube career, wouldn't it?
That's you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you say, even if you're defending yourself very rationally about something, someone will always find a way to twist that next thing against you, right? And so if you are in the clear, innocent of something, it's best to not say anything, and if it ever comes down to facts, let the facts speak for themselves, to the authorities. I don't have to answer to a bunch of nutjobs on the internet who make shit up about me on a daily basis. I have no responsibility to answer any of their ridiculous claims, nor do I have any responsibility to do anything but entertain you guys on my stream on a daily basis, right?
Okay, when does that start?
It's true. That's all I have to do. All I have to do is go on stream, entertain you guys with games. That's my job. That's my occupation. My occupation is not conspiracy debunker.
Okay, can we get to it?
Enthusiast, essentially. So it's that simple. If you're here and you're enjoying my streams and my content, okay, and you say, man, I like that, I want to keep that going, I want to contribute in any way, go ahead. You shouldn't have to feel like there's some lingering conspiracy or drama behind the scenes of shit. It's ridiculous. And that has nothing to do with my streams. As you guys know, I do my absolute best to keep that crap off my streams. Okay? If you guys have told me, particularly a few people in the last week actually messaged me and were like, thank you for keeping your...
Oh, come on.
I agree with you. When you have so many people to do certain, but there's nothing I can do about it besides try to defend myself, which isn't going to work because, as I told you guys, these people aren't able to be satisfied. Seriously. I could...
Oh my God. Can we talk about it then?
Are made up. of things that aren't logical. They want to believe the worst, no matter what.
Okay.
They fabricate stuff. I'll try to use that to say nasty stuff about it's. Oh, why don't we address the drama? Why don't we have a special to say crimes have been committed? Yes, you notice I keep repeating that because they are federal crimes. This is not just someone fucked around with someone on the internet and trolled them, slander, defamation on YouTube. This is to the point of now major repercussions. And I hope people understand that. Anyone who's talking about this, not knowing fully what they're saying is true or not, guess what? You're part of the problem and you're part of the issue, and you are going to be held accountable too.
If you talk about it, that's a federal crime. If you talk about federal crimes, it's also a federal crime. That's pretty cool.
That simple. You're part of it now. You're actually passing around stuff that should not be passed around, and you're going to be in trouble just as well. So, you know, I can't stop anyone from doing anything. I can't. But I'm just saying, you know, and when an investigation is underway,
cool.
It is what it is. Okay? That's as far as I can say.
Investigation is underway. By whom? By whom? Who is investigating this?
Like I said, I really can't say any specifics for past that because I've been advised not to. What I will tell you is I know people always ask me about, you know, what's going on with, you know, with your day off and stuff, right? Can people, you know, well, excuse me. People always ask me, they want to know about what happened on my day off. What did I do? Do you really want to know? Because I'll be honest with you, okay? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay? You ready? I sat around all day yesterday. Instead of going out with my wife and having a good day, which I should have after a 6-day work week, I sat around all day making phone calls, sitting on my computer, talking with people of various different occupations, trying to get this fixed.
Who would say that? Talking to people of various different occupations. Who'd you call? It can't be the bank, right?
Okay. Trying to get this horrible thing fixed. Because when so much has now been done, I mean, just to give you some perspective here.
Go ahead.
At first I thought, oh, someone had access to one account. Apparently this has been going on for a while. This isn't even something that just happened. This is something that's actually been ongoing for a while. And I wasn't aware of it. Here's the good news, though. All right? Yeah. Anything that has to do with YouTube, anything that has to do with my Twitch account, anything that has to do with my social media, anything basically that has to do with my online presence and my streams is locked the fuck down. I personally have as much security available on everything. None of those.
Too bad you didn't do that with your financial accounts then, huh?
Have been at risk. Okay. Yeah. It's things that are out of my control that kind of were taken over, as I can explain. Like things that I can't do that. I wish that on every single account on the internet that I have, there could be 2-factor authorization and backup authorization and all of that, and it's just not available. As I tell you guys, we live in a world where everything is full speed ahead on the internet, yet a lot of businesses have not prepared themselves for that. You tell them, oh, guess what? Someone accessed my info because of this shortcoming of your business, and they're like, hey, what do you mean? I don't understand. Of course you don't understand, because you're living 15 years in the past. You know, they don't understand when you tell them that. You guys all the time when I have to. Why am I sitting on a fucking phone to get customer service? But that was my day yesterday. Everything's online. Why am I sitting on a fucking phone to get customer service? But that was my day yesterday. My day was literally sitting in my office instead of having a relaxing time with my family like I should have had and deserved after a 6-day work week. I'm sitting in my fucking office on the phone and on online accounts.
I deserved a day off after a 6-day work week. Who thinks they deserve anything?
All day trying to fix shit. Okay? And it's, by the way, that was just the start of the process. This is going to be an ongoing process. This is going to take so much time, and I hate to say it, money to fix. Because
this is where he starts to lose me, right? Well, let's let him talk first.
This is not something that's going to be cheap. Now I have to get people involved who have to be paid, and it's like, gee, I wonder why Phil can never, get back on his feet.
I have to get people involved that I have to pay. Who?
This is why. A few years ago, I had a similar issue. If you remember, I've been paying my taxes wrong. Okay.
What you mean to say is not paying. Go ahead.
Because of a tax attorney who swore they were doing it right and then was wrong and then threw away all responsibility. Oh, I never said that I was going to do that. Yes, you did. I have it in writing. You fucking disingenuous asshole. I have it in fucking writing right here that you were going to do this for me and do it properly. Oh, well, I recommend you find another lawyer out there to do it for you because I didn't do it. Oh, okay, shithead. Yeah. And so it fucked my life up. For years. I was in a situation.
Yeah, that's true, DW. Not paying taxes is certainly paying them wrong. That is true. He's not lying.
Where I was having to pay off lawyers and stuff to fix the problems that were created. And now, this week, just this week alone, I've got so screwed with fees and all kinds of issues. Things that are unpaid now and it's not my fault. It's pretty fucked up. It is pretty fucked up.
All right, so this part of the story is consistent, right? He's just saying he couldn't pay stuff because whoever that was prepaying for other things, therefore making his bank account lower than it should be, and he couldn't pay for things. Okay, so that part I believe. Okay, but the fact of the matter is we're concentrating on the bank leaks here on whether they are actually DSP or not. So keep going.
I don't like talking about it, and like I said, again, none of this is really going to help anything. The reason I'm really doing this is for my viewers who are just kind of sitting around and wondering what the hell's going on. Why haven't I talked about it? Because I can't. When you're in the midst of something that's very much active and going on, and you're trying to fix it, you can't.
Oh, well, Big Guy says he couldn't pay things because his bank account got shut down. That's true, too, but don't you believe that if people could pay for things with that other account? Like, I always thought that story sounded true because I do believe a troll would do that, right? If you can pay for something early to make Philip's bank account go lower, I'm imagining some trolls would do that, right? And that would lead to your bank account being lower than you expect. But who knows, right?
Give specifics on anything. Like I said on Twitter the other night, maybe in a few years, okay, and I mean that, like maybe in a few years, once all this dust is settled and once all the shit is fixed, maybe then I can tell you more specifics. I certainly cannot right now. It would be an insanely bad idea. Okay? For myself and the safety of myself and my family, I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. All right? So all that being said, yeah, yesterday was not a very good day for me. Yesterday was a day when I wanted to go out and spend time with my wife, and we were going to do.
How many times are you going to say
this?
Go
to Halloween stores in the area, party stores, look at decorations. Because remember, starting in October, I decorate my office for Halloween. I have all kinds of fun festive Halloween things in here. And also, I need to figure out what Halloween costumes are available for the Halloween marathon, because you guys earned the right through your support to control what Halloween costume I wear. You're going to be able to vote on a category of costume for what I'm going to be wearing on Halloween during my marathon. Okay?
Do you think that's important to talk about right now?
And I didn't get to do that. I didn't do anything. I sat at home all day. Luckily, Kat is playing Lost Judgment, and she loves the game. She's way ahead of me. Holy shit, is she way ahead of me in the game now. You know, and she's loving it. She's absolutely
that's true too.
Entertained by it.
Leading up to the leak day, he said he had no money and was begging extremely hard during that whole week.
Great time with it. So that's a good thing, obviously. Was she upset? Yes, but she was able to enjoy herself on our day because she was able to play a great video game all day long. Yeah. But she needed something to do when I was up here doing bullshit all day. Okay, so that's the deal. All right. In summary, I am the victim of identity theft. People basically doing every possible thing under the sun negative to me, including creating accounts in my name that I never authorized, doing things in my name that I never authorized, fabricating stuff, throwing personal information of mine all over the internet that doesn't belong there, doing things in my name. I already said this, but doing things in my name that they should have the power to do, to the point where. Actually, I didn't say this. If this were a situation where I hadn't just declared bankruptcy last year, they probably would have done irrevocable damage to my credit. Let's put it that way. They would have ruined things for me if I had good credit right now. Like, things would have maybe fallen apart. But the fact that I declared bankruptcy last year and my credit's already in the shitter, it didn't really affect things. I'm like,
that's
well, that's interesting.
That's one side benefit of going bankrupt.
Because my credit was actually bad. The damage was actually limited. Okay? So that's a good
thing.
Pretty cool.
That's great.
But,
I might try
that. In a situation here where there's nothing really I can do, to fix it or do anything about it besides what I'm doing. And it's not a quick fix. It's going to be something that's ongoing. And it's going to be something that, I can't do anything about, man. So it sucks. And there are dumbasses who will continue to be dumbasses and will continue to eat up all the drama nonsense on the internet. Just know something. All that shit is illegal. I mean it. Like, every piece out there. Look at this. Here's a leak, and I'm going to use this to say defamatory stuff about Phil. Yeah, that's illegal. Can't do that because that's information that shouldn't be public, and it's information that's not even vetted to be true. So you're actually making defamatory or slanderous statements about someone with information that's not true, and now you think you can make money off of it. That is illegal. Yes, it is. It is against the law. Now, someone like me, do I have power to really do much about each one of these situations? Not really. All right? I just want to fix the shit on my end. I want to make sure that now all this stuff that was done in my name illegally is fixed, and that people don't have access to do this ever again. And I'm taking steps to do that. That's what I'm doing. But all I can do is shrug and say, well, just another day, right? For some people.
So a lot of people are already saying the key question, right? How is it a crime if it is not true? You know what I mean? A lot of people have made that point, right? How is it a crime if it is not true? And I didn't play it earlier, but I didn't show it earlier, but this happened a few days before this. Someone says, be careful. This is King Jad tweet, okay? Be careful what you say, Philip. These trolls will use anything I heard about someone who got their voice recorded and scum used to make fake calls to get credit and steal $20,000 from them, and just saying be careful or it might get worse. True fans know this is all fake. King Jad says, I'm not trying to confuse you here, but what happened to Phil can be only one of two things. Either a crime was committed, identity theft, or it's slander, meaning it's not actually Phil the leaks relate to. It cannot be both here. Then this person says, what do you think of this? This person says, both. King Jad then says, it cannot be both, though. Explain why that is. If it's a crime against Phil, then he is admitting the leaks are genuine and exposing his records. If it's slander, then it's just people claiming the leaks belong to him when it isn't. Pick one. It can't be both. It can be both, and it is both. You don't understand. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Explain, please. Because they made a fake account in his name by pretending to be him and stole his money and have then spent it on rubbish and try to say it is Philip's statements. These sick trolls have been working on this plan for years, and this is the result. It is disgusting. I won't say anything that doesn't... this person seems like a DSP fan. That's what I'm going to say. All I'm going to say on that one. It appears to be a DSP fan. Thank you. Okay, moving forward positively here.
The day when they find out that people have been impersonating them, to do malicious things all over the internet in some kind of a crazy concerted effort to ruin their life, you know, the day that they discover that's going on is the worst day of their life. But for me, it was Tuesday. And now I move on.
Oh,
you know?
used to bringing out that joke again. Nice.
Day of their life, but for me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, the side scroller was a callback. Pretty cool.
And now I move on. You know, it's pretty insane. It's absolutely insane. Okay. And again, people are so dumb. Someone literally just said in the stream chat, so everything's real? What did I just say? Are you fucking deaf, you stupid shit? Yeah, you are. I literally just said, here's what they do. They take a piece of information that's real, and
so
then they
which
use
part
that
is real?
to run with a bunch of bullshit. This is what always has happened in my entire experience.
That's not answering the question.
Being online. They will take one piece of information that is true, and then they fabricate 400 pieces of information and attach it to the one piece that's true. They staple it together, and then they say, oh, here's everything about this. Wait, what? But all that other shit is bullshit. You made up speculation, right? And there's, you know, what you say as is fact to try to make me look bad, because you attach it to one piece of information that's true, right? So it's that simple. Don't be dumb. Don't be gullible. And by the way, if you are, then don't come around my streams, right? If you're that dumb, you just believe everything on the internet. You think
Who's that? Who's that? One Piece fans.
Okay for someone to commit federal crimes and identity theft to then try to ruin their life on the internet? You don't belong here. I don't watch you on my streams anyway. See, really, I mean it. Like, I can do without the view. I can do without the 50 cents you may have tossed me in a super chat at some point. I'm pretty sure I can make do without someone who's a nut job on my stream trying to ruin my life. Okay? So, please move on. And don't bother all of us here, who are here to just have a good time with games. Because that's what we're here for. We're not here for your bullshit. Okay? Okay. All right, guys. So.
Is that it?
All that being said, that's it. Now, as I said, that's all I can say about it, and that's all I'm going to say about it, because there's nothing else to say.
Blackbeard? I can go all day.
All right?
No more today.
So now the rule's in effect. I'm going to read it again. What I just posted up 10 minutes ago. Discussion of drama from outside of the stream is not allowed and has always been against the rules, so derailing the stream is grounds for moderation. Thank you and enjoy. We're now going to talk about gaming stuff, and that's going to be the content of my streams moving forward. I have nothing else, literally have nothing else to say on this subject.
They are drying up. I'll stop. I'll stop, ladies. I'll stop. I will stop the One Piece.
Because there's nothing else to say that I can say. All right?
Oh, God, we lost one already.
Fair enough. So, the moment I see it in chat, you're out of here. Because anyone who wants to bring this shit up anymore, all you're trying to do is ruin the content of my streams for my viewing audience who don't care about this shit. The truth is, most people don't. They weren't asking me for it. You know, my regulars didn't give a shit. They're like, I don't care about this, but why do people keep coming?
All right, we'll make a rule. I will only do a One Piece laugh if he says One Piece, and then we'll do it, okay? So that's not we can't gum up the streams with One Piece. He does say One Piece oddly a lot, though, so don't worry.
Pulling you. So there you go. Okay? It's just that simple.
All right, so he didn't really explain anything here. I mean, really, he's the victim of identity theft, and that's kind of the long and short of it.
All right, you bring it up, anything to do with this nonsense, you're going to get moderated, and you're not coming back. Don't ask about it.
Also, he talked to many people from various different occupations, so that's pretty cool.
It has nothing to do with you. It's none of your fucking business. All right, it's my business, and I have to deal with it for years to come. I'll be dealing with this. Seriously, for behind the scenes, I will now have stress. I'll be paying for this, because like I said, this is not free to fix. I'm going to be paying money to fix all this fucked up stuff these people did to me. And it's pretty...
That's what I don't get. Okay, so chat, we're here to have a discussion today, right now. Is there any world where you have to pay to get your identity theft fixed? I'm not saying... I do believe here myself. That's just my belief. Let me share my beliefs first. There is a chance where, okay, let's say someone did do that shit about paying shit early, and they might say, well, you have a late fee for this, and we can't fuck you. I'm imagining someone would do that, right? Some company might be a douchebag and say that, right? Like, all right, you got to pay that late fee. Right? Like, that's all. I'm trying to think of reasons where you do have to pay. Everyone's saying no, though, so I guess I'm the dented one here. But I imagine that, right? There might be a time when some company said, oh, you're the victim of identity theft? That's not my problem. Right? And then you have to do that. But if he bought something like LifeLock, yeah, that's Bodette. If he bought something like that, that would cost. But a bank doesn't charge you to do that. They might not give you the money back right away, but that's just not... When I worked at a bank, that was not even something that happened. If it was really identity theft, you had to pay lawyers and set up services. This isn't really identity theft. No one took out mortgage in his name or some shit. My car got skimmed years ago and someone paid for gas 5 states away. I called my bank, canceled my car, and got a new one the next day. That's what I did too. I don't, like, if the crime was legit, they normally overlook it. Well, wouldn't that require a police report? I'm assuming the company would want that, right? But you can't just say to a company, like, I mean, everyone would do that then, right? Yeah, I didn't pay my rent this month, but I was the victim of identity theft. You know what I mean? You can't just say that. They want something that shows it, right? But some companies might do it, but all I know is a bank will never ever charge you for your, someone stealing money from you. That does not Yeah, well, you got to pay that money back because someone used your money. What? That's still mine. I mean, banks literally have that in the budget for shit when stuff gets stolen. And also the FDIC insures that shit too. But I know there's some like losses that are just part of it. You know, they just go into that. Like, okay, we'll give the money back and then we'll figure it out, right? But, yeah, well, there you go. Some banks require a police report. Well, Philip never contacted police, he said. So, anyways, moving forward positively here. We're going to move on. So we didn't say shit about that. Did not say shit about that. He said he's a victim of identity theft. That's all we got. Here we go. September 25th, 2021. Imagine hating someone you don't know so much because of conspiracy theories that you break federal law. Oh, wait. Hold on. I need Snoot's theme music. Hang on. What am I doing here? Here we go. Imagine hating someone you don't know so much because of conspiracy theories that you break federal law to steal their identity and do everything you can to ruin their life. Now imagine being me, trying to clean this up. And you people still want to believe the worst about me? At this rate, with all I've been through, I cannot stop people from joining a hate mob. This has just got completely out of control. And someone has to tap the brakes and bring these people back to reality. I'm just a damn video game streamer, not Lex Luthor. Thank you to those who continue to enjoy my streams and videos and support them. I promise you to keep this drama shit outside of my content as long as you commit to still enjoying it. Wait, I gotta say that again. I promise to keep this drama shit outside of my content as long as you commit to still enjoying it all just as much. And thank you for having my back through it all, as always. Survive! My favorite one is this. My favorite one is this. I promised to keep. Oh, that's a big one, Stella. That's a Space Quest reference. I understand that reference. A lot of people do that are very young. Okay, I promise to keep this drama shit outside of my content as long as you commit to still enjoying it all just as much. Holy shit. I promise to keep this drama shit outside of my content as long as you commit to still enjoying it all just as much. Commit to enjoying your content? All right. Commit. I'm asking for your commitment. Okay. Moving forward positively here. Let's go to let's move on. Okay, so that tweet came out, and we're gonna go to how long? How long from that? That was 2 days later. Okay, so 2 days after. Oh, no, 4 days after that. Here we go.
Basically, my financials were all fucked up behind the scenes.
Hold on, bitch.
It screwed me over. I had.
Hold on, bitch. Say it again.
That's how I make my living. That's how I pay for everything. Okay. So usually tips pay for things like the games. If I go grocery shopping.
Oh yeah, that's
with
true.
My wife, pet supplies for Jasper, anything else.
Interesting that all of those things are represented here. Pet supplies, shopping, and that's literally all he does, by the way, is those Those things he mentioned are literally all he does.
That may happen behind the scenes. It's the tips that pay for that. While when my YouTube payment comes through, my YouTube payment pays all my bills. All right? Because of malicious things fucking me over behind the scenes, as you guys know, I've been the victim of identity theft. I talked about it. It screwed me over. I had basically a week and a half, 2 weeks of my life where everything was fucked up. Oh. And I'm finally just starting to clean that stuff up right now. But it really set me back because basically my financials were all fucked up behind the scenes. I didn't have that money to pay bills and stuff, and everything got screwed up. I have late fees out the ass now because of this really messed up stuff that happened to me. Okay? It just sucks ass. Obviously, I don't care about that. I don't want to talk about it, but I'm in a situation where that stuff happened, and then over this last weekend, the money that normally I would make to spend on stuff tomorrow on my day off, I got chargebacks, and a lot of it got taken away from me. For no reason. I did nothing wrong. Those chips are validly mine. I contested them, but it could take PayPal weeks to come to a determination on those tips.
Oh, so a lot of money was charged back as well. Okay.
It could. Okay? Fucking sucks ass. Now, on top of all of that, this week in particular, there's been some pretty slow streams in regards to some of the games I've been playing. I'll be honest with you guys. Monday was the day when I played both Deathloop and Kane of Bridge of Spirits. It was one of the slowest days I've seen in months for support. I mean, I don't blame you. Like I said, Deathloop isn't the most entertaining
I don't blame you.
game. It just isn't. You watch it and you're kind of like, meh.
I don't blame you.
Great.
It sucks.
It's kind of like...
This fucking sucks. I don't blame you, but come on.
Way more fun to play than to watch.
I don't blame you.
And then Monday night, I had a lot of fun with Kane of Bridge of Spirits. But, number one, again, it's a game that plays like an older game. It really feels like an amalgamation of a bunch of older franchises with modernized graphics.
Amalgamation
I would argue
style.
it's kind of like similar to Psychonauts 2. And let's be honest,
doesn't
what
love
happened
that?
with Psychonauts 2? Most people didn't care about it. They acted like the game didn't exist. They didn't come out for streams to support them. They were just kind of like, meh. Right? So, sadly, yeah, Psychonauts 2 is pretty much kind of the same.
Okay, we're done. We're not going to go through Psychonauts review. Okay, next, we're going to go forward a little bit in time here. We're going to go just, let's see. This is worst day out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we are at a very important moment. Okay, so this happens in September 6th of 2021. Now, this I put this in the wrong place. I apologize. But this happened before the bank leaks were revealed, okay? So the bank leaks were revealed on September 18th, 2021. This is September 6th, 2021. So legitimately 12 days before the banks were leaked, Philip tells a story, okay, about something that happened at a restaurant. And I want to tell you, this restaurant is a very serious restaurant, a very serious establishment. It's the perfect place to take your wife or girlfriend to their birthday dinner. I really recommend it, okay? So this is what we're going to hear, a little bit of this story. We're not going to go through the whole thing here. We can't waste time with this. This is the meal, of course. Perfect thing for your girlfriend's birthday. Let's go.
Burger King. Where someone craps the food out of their ass into your wrapper, apparently. Because what the fuck is that?
Cool.
I mean, I think I've actually had turds that are better and neater than that. Actually, most of my turds are neater than that. That's just fucking something else.
Great joke. Okay.
Anyway. That was our day.
Okay, that was our day, September 6, 2021. Well, I'm going to bring up something here that is very, very, very interesting. Okay, so September 7th, 2021, the charge came through, $21.66 at Burger King. It's on here as well. I'm not just making it up, as you guys know. This is 2021. 9:07. This was part of an entire spending day. That would be a day off spending. Let me move it out of the way here. I know it's tough to see, but I'll read it for you. This was a day off of spending. Let me tell you what happens on that day off. We have well, of course, we got to get some pulls in. I mean the best part of waking up is Hogan's in your cup. Scopely. The Scam Masters. All right, so we have iTunes. We're spending it. First, we got to drop a quick $195. You know what I mean? I mean, that's like waking up. You know what I'm saying? That's just drinking a cup of coffee. $195 out the door. All right. So then we go to next charge. We go to Burger King, which is $21.66. Okay, so we gotta pay for the meal, of course. These all happen during the day, so I don't know the order of these, obviously. We also have to do DoorDash that very same day, and that's a tidy $115. Oh my God, this guy is a fiend. $115 a DoorDash, and you also went to Burger King. Oh my God, what the fuck? Oh my God. If someone, I mean, I could do it if I was like someone gave me a challenge. How are two people spending $115 on DoorDash? What are you buying? I'm sure I can make it happen with those DoorDash fees, you know? Okay, so anyways, we got some snacks here. We also went to grocery store, and that is $96 at the grocery store. We also go to Home Depot. Okay, so as Big Guy saw, you just said there was a Home Depot mention. I'm going to search the transcripts. Is it here or somewhere else? Home Depot. No, it's not in this one. Went near us and grab food. Okay, let's see. My wife wanted to have dinner. Sit-down style booths. Okay, so I know this story here. What they do is they talk about what their plan was, right? They were going to go to a place with sushi or something. They couldn't make it. Let's see what they said for... Did they say anything about breakfast here? Yeah, so they were planning on going to eat somewhere for the breakfast. But that didn't happen. Okay, yeah, the Home Depot's not in this one. If you know where it is, Big Guy, I'll search for it. But the Home Depot is not in this specific pre-stream. Let me see if there's another way to search for that, though. Maybe search home. Maybe he said it weirdly. Stuck at home with coffee. I'm not at home. I don't have a ton of I don't have a ton of napkins with me. We can go home and order. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here.
Only thing I can think of, we could do one of two things. We could try to find another sushi restaurant in the area if there's any that are even good, or we could go to a sushi restaurant we know we like, or we can go home and order. So first of all, we tried to search the area for a sushi restaurant. The only one in the area is this place called Trappers, but Trappers is more fast food.
Oh yeah, we're still trying to justify taking our wife to Burger King for her birthday. I apologize. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I can see it there, but I'm not saying I don't believe you. I definitely believe you, but I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find out a different time you said Home Depot, though. Okay, we got to move forward, though. Big ups, Ira. So 7121 is even more damning. He talked about car repairs on a pre-stream that date, and there's a Firestone that day. Okay, yeah, big ups for that one. So here is exactly what you mean there. Can you send me the link, Ira? If you just send me that in Discord, send me the link if you don't mind, sir. You are a legend of high order. But it would save me time from lurking, especially because I have your attention from the Discord. I know. Big ups to Who's Poppin', who says, Who's Poppin' shared a great story, by the way, on the call-in show. The last call-in show. Here, he shared one of the wild ones. The wild ones. Autism, alcohol abuse, and gambling is a thing. Is it? Would have fooled me. Wandering Monk is 000 says, happy to see that finance degree was put to good use. Oh, you're telling me. You're telling me. We know how to put that money to good use. Great use. All right, we spent $192 on PayPal this day, $80 at Total Wine, $40 at PetSmart, $223 at the grocery store, then spent a quick $88 at Bahama Breeze. That guy is living like he is fucking Bill Gates, dude. He is living like he is fucking Bill Gates. What the fuck? The richest man on earth doesn't spend like this. It's insane. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, big ups, Ira, who sent the thing. So let's go to this one next. This is another smoking gun that I'm sure Steve is going to bring up tonight as well. So let's listen to this real quick. This is the.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome
Good morning,
back.
everybody. Good morning,
After
everyone.
a day away, welcome to 7 straight days of streaming. I am Phil, of course, DSP. Today is July, so don't worry, it's not that, okay? Fireball accident. To me, $1.30 and says, type 1 in the chat if you can't live without Snow Carl.
Okay, 52 minutes in. Yeah, you can't live without Snow Carl. 52 minutes in. Here we go. Car update. Here we go.
Oh, boy. Albert.
Oh, fuck you. Go.
Oh, my God. $1. I got my car back from the shop. It cost me $800. I know how it feels. You have any idea what's wrong with the car? I'm not going to talk about specifics simply because I just don't want to give away personal info. But it's not going to be an $800 repair. Let's put it that way. I know this is not my transmission is fucking cracked or something. You know what I mean? It's nothing like that. The car is relatively new. You guys know my car. I got it in 2017. It's a thing that it could potentially be, a little annoying. But I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's a really cheap, quick thing. But it's not going to be crazy. It's just annoying because it's just another thing. It's literally just another thing that. I'm already tight, and now this comes out. Like, fuck, man, All
right, so it's July 1st, 2021. He talks about having a car issue. July 1st, 2021. What do we do? What do we do? July 1st, 2021. The day before, we went to a car wash and a Firestone Bridgestone. $22. Guess that was a small thing, huh? Guess that was a pretty small thing, huh? Just about $22 worth, huh? That was a $22 fix, wasn't it, sir? This troll is good. Yeah, you are right, Angel. This troll is good. Spends thousands of dollars on a game he doesn't even like, I'm sure. Goes to the exact same places. Also on the same day. But remember... It's the day before, actually, because the day after he talks about it. So listen to this. He has to know where Philip is going and go there the day before Philip talks about it. Liarstone Pool, not scripted. Hashtag. Okay, so he has to know where Philip is going to talk about the following day and then go there the day before? This guy's nuts. This guy is insane. He's amazing. Incredible. Our big guy says at the 6th Street Street, he talks going to other stores on the day off. Okay, so he doesn't mention it, but he doesn't mention them, but he talks about going to other stores. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is talking about that same day off with the Burger King thing. Here we go.
So anyway, then we leave, and we're off on our day, okay?
The day in question is right here. Where's the Burger King? This is that day, okay? This is a hell of a day, by the way. And also, he only spends money on Philip's day off, by the way. He does not spend any money outside of Philip's day off. So that's pretty cool, too.
The good news is, we did have a lot of fun. We ended up going to a few stores and things that normally we wouldn't go to because they're not in our local area. It was further out drive and everything. We had a nice day.
Okay, so further out drive. And look at this, guys. Look at this. So, Mud Bay for pet expenses. As you know, from Philip's own words here, by the way, they normally go to PetSmart. Right? He always talks about PetSmart. But today, they went to Mud Bay for their pet expenses. Right? Now, remember, you wouldn't see... let's see, Mud. He's been to Mud Bay a total of 3 times on this whole thing, but he's been to PetSmart 32 times. So A little bit of a coincidence there. Again, this time traveler knows his shit, right? He knows that Philip was going to say he went to a place they normally don't go to. Really cool.
The weather was fucking hot. It wasn't supposed to be. The weather claimed that the high for the day was going to be in the low 70s. It was in the...
Oh, special pet food, too. Here we go. Let's see. Food. Pet food. God, he says the same thing so much, it's hard to find it. Here we go.
These companies know that pets are some of the most profitable things in business right now. People going out and spending exorbitant amounts of money on gourmet pet foods, pet toys that take $1 to make and you spend $25 to buy it. Like, how hilarious is it that pet toys are made of like cardboard, right? You see this cardboard scratcher.
Treat for Jasper, big ups. Got it.
And we went to it, like I said, we went to a few different stores or whatever. We went to a few areas normally we wouldn't have gone to. We actually got a new kind of treat for Jasper. That's it's supposed to be like a puree of both tuna and shrimp, and he loves seafood. Like whenever we eat food, if we order seafood, oh my god, he goes crazy. He'll jump on the kitchen table, he'll sniff it. Oh, seafood.
So he's a cat then. Anyways, he loves seafood. Unlike other cats, they hate seafood. All cats hate that. As you know, all cats hate seafood and fish. Big ups Pigpen Lord of Dirt, who says, just want to interrupt our regularly scheduled brainwashing to remind everyone that slobs who beg and scam disabled adults are actually good people. Thank you, Pigpen Lord of Dirt. Now, that goes against my message, but I will allow it. Pigpen Lord of Dirt is a legend. Pocket Pasiti in the house has amazing voice acting segment. Big ups the raw emotion. Big ups Pocket Pasiti. Big ups to you, sir. Okay, so obviously we've seen enough smoking guns. I mean, none of us here I know are questioning whether it's real or not. The Burger King's enough for me, but there's more to it too. The Firestone is another one. There's a few times when he talks about... one more point on that one. Different place he's going, I wanted to say. Safeway is also a place they normally don't go. They normally go to Kroger, as he talks about. So let's see real quick to see if this is also a place they normally don't go to. Let's see how many times we go to Safeway. We go to Safeway 12 times, okay? How many times do we go to Fred Meyer? That's what I meant to say earlier. Fred Meyer we go to 66 times. So that would also be categorized as a place they often don't go to, wouldn't it? But maybe that's this hyper-focusing. Hyper-focusing probably. Okay, moving forward. Not positively, just moving forward. That does not count. Lemtex. Okay, so we're going to October 7th now of 2021.
Personal data stolen. I was a victim of identity theft. I had crazy shit happening in my name that I did not authorize, that I had to basically get all kinds of authorities involved, freeze all my accounts, fucking put warnings on all my credit reports, all kinds of crazy shit, because people got access to my personal data. Right? It's messed up. You don't want that to happen.
Oh.
So right now, essentially, Twitch is going through what I just went through in the last month. It's terrible. It's a shitty situation. All right? It's not good at all in any way, shape, or form. But...
How dare you say that Twitch is not going through the exact same shit that I am going through? King B bitch.
Man, is it news. Because it's the biggest data dump that has ever happened. So we're talking not only the source...
It's not... okay, yeah. So I suffered the same thing as a breach of data like Twitch did. Okay, gotcha. Didn't say much there, but he did say now it's a breach of data. Okay.
Because all the crap that happened last month with identity theft and me having to spend a lot of extra money to clear stuff up. Mm-hmm. And then I had late fees on top of all my bills that I couldn't pay on time.
Spent lots of money to clear stuff up.
Because my money was all frozen because of the identity theft and having to do so many things behind the scenes. It screwed me over. So I would have been in a much better position than I was this month, and I was screwed over because of all that. People say, they're just messing with Phil. It's no big deal. Oh yeah, no big deal, except that it cost me, no exaggeration, probably over $1,000. Just to do things to try to do short-term fixes on all this crap. It's fucked up.
It cost me $1,000 to do short-term fixes for all this crap. Okay, you figure that one out.
It is. It's fucked up. So there's nothing I can do about it. I basically spent half the day at home. Okay, half the day I went grocery shopping, came home, spent some time with Kat. Kat basically wanted to finish Lost Judgment yesterday. She's been playing Lost Judgment non-stop ever since the release of the game. Okay, I've
Hey, Kat, you want to do something together on my day off? Nah, I'm finishing Lost Judgment. Go fuck yourself.
kind of hung out with her when she did the school story stuff, because that's all just kind of side content with mini games and not very meaningful story at all. It doesn't even tie into the main story of the game. But whenever she plays the main story of Lost Judgment, I take off because I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, definitely.
You see? So yesterday she was basically in the home stretch of the game. So for half the day I spent with her trying to do some like mini games and stuff in the game, and then the other half I had to basically run errands and stuff, and it was fine because, for example, when I was grocery shopping and when I was
Steve makes a good point that Philip definitely said. Philip said he finally got back downstairs late, and he told the story himself that when he got downstairs, Kat said, "Okay, well, I got to take a shower." She had many ample opportunity to take a shower, but he came downstairs late after the night stream. Like, oh yeah, she had to take a shower. Oh,
getting pet stuff. She finished the story of the game. So,
oh, you're done? I got to take a shower.
It's kind of a mix. Now, some things about Lost Judgment coming up. Okay, if you do all the school stories in Lost Judgment, it adds a ton of extra story. And again, this story has really no tie-in.
Okay, moving. Let's go. We're going forward just a little bit. State of these are the best. State of the channel streams. Don't panic.
Tax issues, identity theft, all kinds of shit going on, and I'm in a point where
don't panic.
I'm very limited with what I can do. Okay, in the future, moving forward, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that things on this channel will improve and hopefully grow to the point where I feel that we can get back to Twitch levels. Because earlier this year, when I was on Twitch levels, things were good. I'm not even going to exaggerate. Earlier this year, it was 1 month and I looked, I was like, oh, this is what I made on Twitch. This is what I made in tips. And here's what I now owe, because all that financial stuff kind of has been taken care of and I'm on track with back taxes and everything. I was like, oh, wow. So now every month I'm going to be able to put this money aside to save up for important stuff.
That's your first mistake, thinking that donations are always going to continue to be at the same level. Like, you heard, he said it right there. Oh, I made that much this month? Okay, so therefore I can definitely guarantee myself of that much money every single month. Sounds good to me.
Now, every month I'm going to be able to put this money aside to save up for important stuff. I'm going to have enough money to pay all of the taxes that I owe every month, which has always been an issue for me for like the last 5-6 years. I haven't been able to afford my taxes, right? And like, as things were looking up, things were looking so up, and people were happy with the content and everything was good. And then Twitch literally just treated me like shit for no good.
You have done that yourself.
Okay. Just received a $1,500 bill for the legal fees to clean up the identity theft I just went through. In the USA, you get billed for being a victim of a federal crime. Needless to say, this is fucked up, and I'm pretty upset to get this news on my day off of all days. Rob on Wheels says, we got you. Thank you, Rob on Wheels. There you go. So he had to pay $1,500 of legal fees to clear up his identity theft, as he calls it. I just don't know how that works. I don't know what that means. Yep. I don't know what that means. And if you did hire, guilty pleasure is a good point. If you did hire people, let's say, you want to get a lawyer in there, right? You want to get a, I don't know, a lawyer, attorney, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They know how much you're going to pay, right? I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise, right? Yeah, we'll bill you after. I don't know if that's what it would work, but all right. Anyways, there we go. We got a $1,500 bill. Please tip. Please tip, honestly. Please. I deal with credit stuff. This happens. So guilty pleasures. What do you mean this happens though? Like they would just randomly say 1,500, or like wouldn't there be people do pay to get their shit fixed? Because you know what? Here's one thing. I think that Philip would be the kind of person that thinks he needs to pay someone to like lock his shit down after this, right? You know what I mean? Like, Philip likes paying people for that kind of stuff because he likes to pass off the buck, right? Pass responsibility to someone else. You know what I mean? Like, I really think Philip might do something like that, right? Okay, fees for work, no surprises. Gotcha. Like, I know you can do that stuff yourself, but I think he would pay someone if it, he loves paying people, and he'll pay people way too much than they even should get if it's like him not having the responsibility for it. Like the tax guy, he paid thousands for, which doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Anyways, 1,500 out of nowhere seems kind of weird, but okay.
Where I was a victim of crime. Stuff I gotta get off my chest. I'm very upset about the bullshit that happened to me in regards to last month, where I was a victim of crimes, identity theft, and basically really fucked up stuff. You guys, see, the thing is, you guys don't even know the half of it, of what really happened, because I was advised legally not to talk about it publicly, about all the extent of the shit that happened to me behind the scenes. But suffice it to say, the stuff that went public, first of all, number one, isn't even 100% true. Okay. But on top of that, isn't even the half of it. Like, let me just put it this way. All right?
I do have, let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss that. I do have, Isonic, I think I have what you're talking about there. I want to make sure I didn't miss it. Oh, yeah, I forgot the pin message. Okay, so, by the way, I did want to show this just as a aside. So the bank leaks were up on Kiwi Farms, and Null took them down, obviously. You have to do that, right? So he says, people were asking why were they taken down. That is a crime. You do have to take them down. So Null took them down from the farms, actually. So they're done. That's the grand total. Where is the... that's the pin message. Please refrain from mentioning any drama or nonsense from outside of the stream. There have been organized efforts to completely derail my content over the weekend. Do not bring it up, thanks. That was right after the bank leaks happened. Azonic, which one do you mean exactly amidst the leak financials? Give me like a time frame or something, Azonic, and I can try to find it.
Once someone gets access to your data, they can then use that to do a lot of shit that's bad, okay? And if you don't catch it right
Azonic,
away,
there you go.
You basically now have to do a cleanup process in order to fix stuff.
Yeah, so this is a good retcon. So we have to do a cleanup process to fix stuff. Okay, that's what we're doing here.
And that's not good, okay? It was a huge mess for me being a victim of identity theft, because basically for a couple of weeks I had no funds that were active except for my PayPal stuff. All my funds that were, related to being paid from companies and bank account and stuff was all frozen for me. Which means, guess what? I couldn't pay anything. I had financial responsibilities that I couldn't fulfill because I had no money. Everything was frozen for a couple of weeks because of fraud. So because of that, now I'm not frozen.
Okay, hold on. This is very important. Let's start again.
Theft, because basically for a couple of weeks I had no funds that were active except for my PayPal stuff. All my funds that were, related to being paid from companies and bank account and stuff was all frozen for me. Which means, guess what?
So why was it frozen then, right, is the question. So what was frozen? If let's say that wasn't his bank account, why would they freeze a bank account that's not his? I can see them freezing that other account that person stole from, but you know what I mean? I don't know. This is from Azonic. Big ups Azonic for this. You did send it to me yesterday, actually. Sorry for missing it. Here we go. So this is him being stupid, though, Azonic, honestly. What was for dinner yesterday? You can wait for the next criminal to hack my shit and leak my financials to see that transaction, I guess. He will say this is him trying to be funny, But anyways, there you go. A little bit more kindling for the fire, I guess we should say. Okay, here we go.
I couldn't pay anything. I had financial responsibilities that I couldn't fulfill because I had no money. Everything was frozen for a couple of weeks because of fraud.
So imagine this. Imagine if you're a bank. Let's go by Philip's logic here. You have a bank account. You just happen to be Whale for mobile games. You also go to Fred Meyer. You also go to Burger King. You also go to Firestone. You're just living life. And they freeze your account because someone else leaked it somewhere. I mean, I guess you would want that, but that would be the result you want. But out of nowhere, like, oh, why am I attached to you, sir? Like, this very weird tangled web here we have now. Because remember, that's not DSP's account. Okay? It's not his. But they have access to a different account that's not the one we saw the bank leaks for. That's a different one. But, okay.
So because of that, now not only do I have to clean up the whole situation, but now I'm behind on all my payments, and everyone hits me with a fucking late fee and shit. And I will say this, at least some of the companies were very nice, but not all of them. Some of them were like, okay, we understand. These are tough times. This is an extenuating circumstance. We're going to give you a pass. But some of them were not. Some of them were like, tough shit. We have staunch policies. If you don't pay on time, you're in trouble. Late fee. And by the way, interest on top of late fee and shit. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously, like, what the fuck? So not only am I dealing with all of that, but whenever something like this happens that's this serious, you got to get professionals and lawyers involved in everything. And I did. I had to do a major cleanup process.
Yeah, see, so I kind of believe Philip would do that, right? He would pay somebody to try to take care of it. You know what I mean? I think he would do that. I don't think you have to do that, but I bet he would do that, right?
Because my stuff was so screwed up. I had basically emergency level. Now, let me tell you something. As if lawyers aren't expensive enough, all right? Imagine now telling a lawyer that you now need something done quickly. That's like one of the most expensive things you could do is tell someone in the legal field that you need something done quickly, because that means they have to drop everything to do it. But that also means that they're going to bill you out the ass. Okay, so on top,
what is a lawyer going to do, right? I mean, they're not going to court with anyone now, are you? So what are they going to do, right? Who are you suing here? What person is the lawyer taking action on? If anyone knows, let me know. Maybe I'm ignorant to it, but
one of the most expensive things you could do is tell someone in the legal field that you need something done quickly, because that means they have to drop everything to do it. But that also means that they're going to bill you out the ass. Okay. Yeah. So,
and a reminder for the behavioralists out there: looking around as far away as possible is not a sign of telling the truth. Let's just say that. Okay. Not being able to look at the camera. Walyap said you could get a lawyer to write threatening letters to cancel the late fees, but it would cost more than the fees would have. There we go. That makes sense to me. Big ups to Mr. Gorehouse, as he already is the richest man on earth, a loving swimsuit model life, a healthy son, truly living the American dream. You're right, Mr. Gorehouse. He does have a healthy son. Well, we don't know officially if he's healthy or not, but... Wandering Monk says, we need Elon and the Doge team to go through Phil's spending and report to the IRS. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Iwamoto says, like PC problem, just throw more money at it. I think he would do that, though, low-key, right? Low-key. He would do that. But this is all irrelevant to the fact that the bank leaks are his, right? I mean, we could say a lot of stuff around the fact to make the fact look a little prettier, make it look a little bit less bad, make you think there's way more parts to this puzzle. But in reality, there's one thing that is true, and that is always true, and Philip can't change that fact, is that the bank leaks are his. All this stuff we're adding to it is just irrelevant to the fact that they are his bank leaks.
So, on top of everything that happened to me, all right? The bullshit and drama online, which, as usual, is always fucking full of nonsense, but whatever. Neither here nor there, because I've been through it so many times.
Pretending the camera doesn't exist right now.
Who fucking cares about that shit anymore, right? But then having to basically have, freeze accounts, close accounts, open accounts, transfer, late fee, back fee, this, that, new agreement, because now my agreements that were in place are fucked up because they're defaulted. I gotta be new agreements now, this and that. I got a bill yesterday. For $1,500 for this shit that I basically had to have legal representation and everything. And I'm like, oh my God.
I had to have legal representation. See, so what's that? Right? What is that?
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
And how would that just come out of nowhere?
You know, like, what the fuck? Out of, you know, I knew I was gonna get billed, and I knew I had to do it. You know, there's nothing I could do about it. I absolutely had to do this. There was no other way to go about it. I had to get stuff fixed because of the...
See, so that's definitely DSP coded, let's say, right? Because he does think he has to do things and there's no other way around it, right? So, like, when he deleted all those videos after the copyright strikes, he will make it true that that's the only thing I can do to fix the situation. I had no other option. I had to do it, right? So I bet in his mind... Maybe someone told him this, or he came up with that idea himself. He said, I got to get a lawyer to help me here. And Meth Bear, you can prove this or not, but I'm assuming with lawyers, if you call them to do something, even if it's not in their wheelhouse, they might be like, oh, yeah, we can do something about this, sure. And Philip will just believe them no matter what they fucking say, you know. Oh, yes, Mr. Burnell. We'll definitely do this. Oh, yes, I will contact those businesses right away, and I'll make sure they don't charge you a late fee. That $35 late fee, you will not be charged for that. That'll cost you $1,500, though, to get on my time. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you know? Oh, Lucky Lime says they refer to you somewhere else. Okay. There's referral fees. All right, well. It just, I can see this part of the story I believe is true. I believe that Philip paid way more money than any normal human being should do when they get their identity stolen, because that's what he does. He will throw money at problems, right? Like Iwamoto said. So I do think that Philip is trying to get a way to make this problem go away. So what does he do? He pays as much as possible. And they could say whatever number they fucking want, and he will pay it. Right? And the lawyer could say to him right to his face, we don't know how much it's going to be, man. It might be about $300. And then they say, all right, well, it's actually $1,500. And Philip's like, well, I'm fucked again. Here you go. You know what I mean? That's him. You know, that's him. He is a mark. He's a mark guy. Big O's Paradox says, wanted to say thanks for having my cards. It's always great to see some of my art pop up on a stream. Might put together a 1651 conspiracy card next. I'll be down with that, Paradox. You're a legend. Thank you, sir. And I do, as part of the summer rebrand, I want to do something with pulls. I know they're a very important aspect. People love the pulls, and I love the pulls. But I want to make them different. I want to include them, but I don't want them to be maybe as prominent, let's say. But don't freak out. They will still be included. I know we have some gambling degenerates out there, and I myself am one of them as well. But I want to, I don't know. I want to simplify. You know that. Simplify. That's the goal for the summer. All right, let's go.
Situations, keep in mind, this is not just, I'm a normal guy with a bank account and a few bills. I'm a guy who has all these arrangements in place with the federal government and stuff for back taxes and shit. And it's a lot of work to get shit cleared up when you get fucked over like this.
Okay.
Because this is something that was not my fault. You know what I mean? Like, this is someone going in, getting access to one account, another account, screwing with all of that behind the scenes without my permission, and fucking over all my financials. And then on top of that, now I've defaulted on everything because I couldn't fix it right away. You know, this is bad. Special K, if you spam the fucking chat one more time with your nonsense, I'm going to ban you.
Ooh.
I'm tired of you. He's an idiot. This guy is a complete idiot, and I'm going to fucking just ban him right now. He's a moron who doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Tough guy.
You're just sitting here to try to derail the stream and try to contradict everything I'm saying. You can go fuck yourself. No, really. You could go fuck yourself, because I'm the one who just fucking went through all this for 2 fucking months. I'm not going to listen to your fucking stupid bullshit because you want to act like you know better. Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out. I'm not going to deal with your dumb shit today when I'm trying to be fucking real with my audience. Fuck you. God damn, I hate fucking idiots like this.
Whoa, this guy's tough.
Jesus Christ.
That was a mini King Be Cruel. Mini.
Christ. Okay. So anyway,
He snapped there for a minute.
I mean, the good news is I did get most of the stuff fixed. The bad news is it cost me a ton of money. So now on top of all the other shit going on in my life, like I don't have enough, right? Like I God forbid that I share something personal with you, like tell you that I have an issue with my shower or something, because then people have to make a big deal about it. But all that is going on, and then on top of that, now I get a bill for $1,500, right?
So Meth Bear sent me a message here. It says, the average lawyer hourly fee is $350. A $1,500 bill is 4 hours of work. Everything he just listed would take more than 4 hours. There you go.
Now, here's the thing about this kind of fucked up stuff. It's one thing to troll someone online and to spread defamation or slander, whatever you want to call it, and put it all over the internet and ruin my online reputation and all of that. It's another thing to concretely steal money from me. That is what has happened here. This is concrete theft of money that should be going to things that I need to pay. I need to pay my taxes. I need to pay my back taxes. I need to pay my utilities. I need to pay my mortgage. So
remember, the stealing, his story has always been here, that the stealing was paying for things that he didn't need to be paid for yet. Let's see if he says that here.
Pay the internet bill. I need to buy games for my business. I need to put food in the mouths of my family members. Okay? These are my life priorities. I was just robbed. All right. Thank you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate a significantly amount of money because I had to go robbed of a significantly amount of money because I had to go through hoops to fix all the shit this fucking piece of shit fucked up for me, and now it cost me a ton of money. That's money that was stolen from me. That is not money that was, oh, that's a necessary business expense. This person committed federal crimes against me, and now I have I'm going to have to pay this money. Yesterday, I had to dump $500.
Yeah, what's
$500
for what?
That should have went towards important stuff, went to this.
What? Well, this is I don't know where this $500 come from. $1,500 bill plus a $500 for something.
Now I got to pay it slowly. That's the other thing, too. Okay? The other thing is, when it comes to this, I don't have the money. I just don't have the money to pay it all right now. So I paid as much as I could. I dropped $500 yesterday.
Okay, that was for the $1,500.
Every month I don't pay in full. There's new fees and interest added. So even though I owed $1,500, okay, great, $1,500. I paid $500. Oh, you owe $1,000, but that's all I can pay for this month. So next month I'll owe way more because now there's fees and interest because you didn't pay it in full, and that's how it works in America, ladies and gentlemen. In the United States of America, that's what they consider business.
If you spend 44 grand on a mobile game, that's unfortunately true, guys.
I just gotta slowly do what I can do, and pay it off gradually. And this, it's my day off too. This is the other thing, it's my day off, and I'm actually when the news hit, I was in the kitchen. I was washing vegetables and preparing them and stuff for meals for the week while Kat was getting ready to go out. And I'm cleaning everything and I'm doing stuff. And then...
Not during my vegetable cutting time! How dare you! Not like this! Not like this! I just peeled the onions. I just peeled the potatoes. I was starting to cut the carrots. And then this? What? America is like this.
And I get this news. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I had no clue it was going to be that much money. I was hoping it would be like $500, $1,500. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And it really, it basically put me in a really bad mindset.
Yeah, you think?
It did. It put me in a really bad mindset. Because now it's like, this is supposed to be my day off.
It is your day off.
And now how am I supposed to enjoy my day off?
For paying bills?
Now I know, oh, guess what, Phil? Now for the next several months, any money you make is basically going to this. Because if you don't, you're going to get financially fucked yet again. Okay. And by the way, while you're paying this, now you can't pay the other things you're supposed to be paying.
That's life, brother.
So
one way to stop this from being an issue is, not doing this, not doing this. Be nice to have that extra let's see here, $400 every day that we spend on mobile games. If only we didn't have that, huh? It'd be way easier in life, wouldn't it? Well, maybe someday we'll figure it out.
I just wanted you guys to understand something. Again,
there's
a difference between...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I make fun of Phil. Oh, We talk slanderous and defamatory stuff about Phil online and ruin his reputation because we could get views on videos and streams
that's
and
what I
stuff
do.
like that. That's one thing entirely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing me. I feel validated. Thank you. Go ahead.
Committing identity theft and federal crimes against me, all right? It's not funny. That's not a joke. It's not even like for personal benefit. Like this person who did this, what did they get out of it besides knowing that they hurt me, right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They didn't benefit. There wasn't any way that they were going to be able to steal money and shit. I'm not dumb. I'm going to notice when these things are happening because that's exactly what was happening. This person was trying to authorize payments and money movement in my name that wasn't real because I didn't authorize it, but they were trying to do it all behind the scenes online without my permission. And basically, they were doing many different ways. They were trying to empty and overdraw my bank account and really fucked up stuff. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
I don't want to get into
just put it under that umbrella. It's better.
Detail about it.
Just really fucked up stuff.
But basically, you know what I mean? Like, this is beyond, oh, I don't like Phil, and so I'm just going to fuck with him online or say that he's a jerk or whatever. Or even to the point, I make stuff up to ruin his reputation. This is, I actually want to steal from Phil. I actually want to steal from Phil. I want to rob this man so that his family and everything doesn't have a way to live in.
So he keeps using the word rob when in reality, what the person did, if it is true, is very fucked up no matter what, right? Just want to make sure that's clear. But what the person did, he's using rob, but it's not really rob. It's spending money on things before they are due to empty out his bank account. So he is using a word that's not really the right word, but, he just pissed. I want to rob! I want to rob $1,500. I could just pay $500. All right. Well, Meth Bear says Washington State allows interest on a carried balance of attorney fees, but it must be expressly agreed to in the retainer agreement. Springing it on him is unethical and reportable to the state bar. Most attorneys don't charge interest to individuals because it's bad business. Well, there you go, Meth Bear. Big ups. I would think they wouldn't do that, but he's just trying to make it sound. He's just trying to make it sound as bad as possible. Let's get it right. You know what I mean?
Anymore. Like, that's essentially what it is. I have now robbed of $1,500. $1,500 that should have been going towards important things. It will be gone. I have to pay it. It will be gone. And that's something I will never get back. It's just stolen from me. Outright. Just theft. Because of this scumbag. And Metastic Milady, that could be true too, right? This all could be a way to say the bank leaks aren't him when we all know they are. That could be true too, right? There's no proof of any of that side of this happening. It's all coming from Philip's mouth, so it could just be a way to explain away this story, right? So, I only trust the facts, and the facts are on this paper right here, right? And things Phil said when he wasn't trying to lie. I like things he did on his day off. You know what I mean? About all this is that, again, this is like the Wild West, the internet. No one is going to figure out who this guy is. I know they're not. No one's ever going to figure out who this guy is, no matter how, we have IP addresses or whatever. They're never going to figure out who this person was. Mm-hmm. It's going to be like everything else online. Online, everything is the Wild West. There's no law. There's no rules. There's nothing. Everyone gets away with everything, right? So, for me, this is an insanely stressful, fucked up, life-altering situation, because not only do I have to change everything in my life, I have to recreate things from the start, accounts that I've had for 20-plus years.
Oh, yeah, recreating bank accounts.
Do all the security stuff now. I had to put my whole credit it was already fucked. Let me put it this way. My credit was already fucked. Now it's just doubly fucked.
That was a
now
good
I have
thing.
to put all alerts and fraud reports out there on my credit reports and stuff, which that hurts your credit too. You know what I mean?
Is that true? I don't believe that is true. I do not believe that is true. That's a very fucked up system if that's true, isn't it? Yeah, I had identity theft this year. Well, lose 100 points on your credit score. Good luck. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I mean, like, it's just everything on top of everything. It's messed up, man. And
why would that be true?
I don't think the people who cover this stuff, we're going to make drama videos about it, right? I don't think they understand the extent of what they do prompts people to keep doing this kind of shit. I don't think that the person who did this to me would have done it if I had not been the target of the ire of the internet for so many years. If people would have just left me the fuck alone and let me just do my little streams, which is all I really care about, having fun with a small, more intimate audience here on YouTube, if you would just leave me the fuck alone and stop harassing me and stop slandering me for your own personal benefit, this person, who's a nut job, obviously, who thinks it's okay to commit federal crimes, probably wouldn't have cared about me and wouldn't have done it. But I'm sorry, when you create this online toxic mentality, all right, of, oh, this guy is okay to fuck with because of this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason. And by the way, every single reason there isn't even truthful. It's fucking slander, it's defamation, it's twisting the truth for your own purposes so you can make a drama video. This is what happens. This is the end result. Thank God I'm the person I am and I've been through the ringer. A normal person, how, you know, I've talked to people.
Thank God it was me and not you guys. I'll take the fall here, guys. Thank you, guys.
In the last month or so, who said to me, I don't know how you put up with it. I don't know how. You know, these are outsiders. These are not people who live on the internet and have online presence like I do or we do. We spend a lot of time on the internet and a lot of our lives are on the internet. These people are not like that. These are people who don't have that. They have kind of offline lives, although I'm sure they have an online presence. It's not like us. They're not on the internet all day doing shit. And they turn to me and say, well, with what we've heard happen to you, we can't imagine how you cope with it. And I'm like, you know, if I were another person, I probably wouldn't. If I were another person, I'd probably be fucking in a mental institution or talking to a psychiatrist right now, you know, for losing my mind with how badly I've been treated and abused online. But the truth of the matter is, I've been through the ringer with so many people being so nasty to me for so long that I'm kind of like desensitized to it. You know what they say? You're like punch drunk because of it?
Yeah, punch drunk.
So many people say so many nasty things about me that are unfounded, that have nothing to do with anything, and aren't true, that at this point, I don't react to it or care about it no more. In this case, I have to react and care about it because you just stole from me. You just cost me time and money. The time so much wasn't as bad as now.
So what is this? This is a pre-stream, by the way. This is a normal fucking pre-stream. And it's getting caught up a big week ahead. We are just
losing significant amounts of money because of this scumbag. Okay? It's pretty fucked up. And then the fucked up thing on top of all of that is, of course, it never ends, right?
Oh, shoot.
For example, I no longer have a Teespring account. It's
no! Not the
Teespring! I don't know.
Not the Teespring. They took that?
They closed it. I have no idea what happened. I'm trying to talk to them and get answers.
Not the Teespring!
I'm not getting any answers. They just closed my account. No explanation.
Not
Zero.
the Teespring.
I never got a notice about it. Nothing. Now, I've been with Teespring for over 4 years. What happened? I don't know. They didn't say a word to me. They literally just closed the account. Done. Huh? Why? No answer. Waiting. Okay. No answer.
Have we moved on yet?
I'd love to sit here and be like, well, guys, here's what happened. I don't know. They don't care. It's kind of, this reminds me of what happened earlier this year with Streamlabs. They just closed it.
Okay, fuck Streamlabs. Okay, good pause there. Big Ups Pocket Pacini says, oh my God, panic. Get your pulse now before they're gone. No, Pocket Pacini, they're not going on. Just sales slowed down, Pocock. That is why the shirt merch sales not mentioned as much. That's why. Big Ups to Pocket Pacini says, get your pulls now before they're gone. No, they're going to be around. Just I'm not sure the capacity, right? I promise they'll stay around. They're too much a part of the streams now. I just want to, change it up a bit. Ira says he needed to feed... This is a toxic one. He needed to feed garbage de-spouser. There we go. Walyab says, if any of this is true, he'd have reported this heinous crime to the police, and he verifiably didn't make a police report. It's all lies 100%. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. I mean, it seems like that would be a good idea for any human being to do, right? But... Dominic says, ALT, will Steve ask about the 5,000 business expenses and come with receipts? Will we finally get to the bottom of how it came to that number? We will not get to... I promise you one thing. We will not get to the bottom of how he got to that number, Dominic. But Steve does have the 5,000 on the calculator here for a reason. So, it seems garbage disposal. Okay, got it, Ira. Ira, that was not your fault. It was my fault. The 5,000 on the calculator here, though, Dominic, is there for a reason. So that means at the very least they're going to bring it up. But, he always has his typical response to that is, the bankruptcy went through, so fuck it. right? The bankruptcy went through, so go fuck yourself. That's it. That's the long and short of it. So that's what it's going to be. So I don't imagine that section is going to be that interesting. The bank leaks, though, should be more interesting, I imagine. But who knows? Don't get too excited. All right, let's go. November 3rd, 2021.
By someone who committed. At the end of the month, I was hit with a over $1,500 legal bill for shit that I had to do to try to clean up the giant mess made by someone who committed identity theft with me and screwed up all my financials. I had things that were fucked up to the point where I had multiple things that weren't paid, fees on top of fees, saying I'm in default and stuff, which I should not have been, but all my shit was compromised. So it got frozen, and it took me a while to figure all this shit out, and I had to pay a ton of money to get stuff fixed and get back on track, which thankfully I am now, but it costs money. I actually said this on Twitter. I said, in America, it's fucked up because you become the victim of a crime and you have to pay money to fix your own shit. Like, I was the victim of a federal crime, but now I'm set back tons of money because of a criminal. And I have no defense against it, okay? Now, I'm just going to tell you guys this right now. I am not going to put up with any more fucking slander and defamation bullshit. These scumbags who say, oh, I know all about identity theft. You don't have to spend any money to do anything. Fuck you and your mother. Really. Fuck you and your mother. Because you're a piece of shit. I'm the one who's going through it right now. I'm the one who's going to have a bad time trying to pay back all this fucking money I owe now for all the shit I had to go through. I know what I fucking owe because I have the bill in front of me, and you're not going to sit here on the internet.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you had to get that bill, right? That's the thing he's not saying, is you didn't have to get that bill. You chose to pay somebody, I guess, to do that, and that was a choice, right? That's the thing, but...
and lie about it because you're a scumbag who just wants to fucking contradict everything I say to try to make me look bad. Fuck you. You don't know shit. You don't. You're not here in my shoes
shut the fuck up.
Putting up with this shit every day. I'm tired of the slander and defamation against me and everyone saying I'm a liar. Fuck you. You don't know anything. You're a dumb fucking kid living in your parents' fucking basement with no bills and no responsibility for yourself. Or you're some lucky snowflake who's been protected from real life and doesn't actually understand the repercussions when someone fucks with your livelihood every single fucking day like they do with mine.
Whoa.
Okay?
Whoa.
I'm done with it. I am in a bad situation now because of the crimes that happen against me. It's that simple. Now, I had to pay a big chunk of those legal fees at the end of October because if I didn't, I was going to get slapped with ridiculous amounts of interest and late fees and stuff, on top of the fact that for a month, all my shit was fucked up because I had no money because of the identity theft. Now I have these fees that I have to pay, and if I don't pay the legal fees, now again I get slapped with interest and shit, okay?
So that's... okay, hold on.
So all the legal fees, now again I get slapped because of the identity theft. That for a month, all my shit was fucked up because I had no money because of the identity theft.
Okay.
Now I have these fees that I have to pay, and if I don't pay the legal fees, now again I get slapped with interest and shit. Okay?
Oh.
So all that shit going on behind the scenes. On top of that, there's other shit going on too. Like I actually told you guys the other day. So
Went to Burger King, and I ordered the ka-ching of the ching sandwich.
I do this awesome Halloween marathon, right?
Okay, sorry.
The Halloween marathon is just outstanding. We have a ton of fun together with it.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the best ones I've done, I feel, because the games were outstanding. The best episode of Feasting with the King we've ever done. The support was good. I made over
Who doesn't remember that? That's a classic.
$300 in tips that day.
Yeah.
Okay? I literally end the marathon. I go downstairs, and the vacuum cleaner is sitting in the middle of the floor. And I say, Kat, what's wrong? Oh, the vacuum cleaner broke. What? Yeah.
This is an all-timer.
The motor must have gone because there was smoke and everything, and it won't turn on now. And I'm like...
Forgot about that.
Seriously? Like... you know? I'm like, wow, I just had a really long, fun, but very draining day entertaining my audience. And guess where the money is going from that stream?
Fun training day entertaining my audience.
To buy a new vacuum cleaner, you know? But this is what I mean, like, this shit just never lets up. And it's coming to the point where it's becoming so frustrating for me now.
Well.
Ends, man. Endless. One thing happens, another thing happens, another thing happens, and they just keep piling up. and I can't take care of them. I just
Okay,
don't.
so I think he's moved on. Now we're just talking about random things we're bitching about. Interesting here. Phil, I love your content, man. I've supported you on a few of your streams, but honestly, I don't watch you much anymore, mainly because I don't like interactive streams. I miss the days you did the gameplay and just recorded with real reactions and great moments. I think that's what really set you apart from everyone. I understand the move to stream, but I love those playthroughs because when I watched those, it felt like it was a more one-on-one viewing. Oh. I wish you'd do playthroughs outside of streams. You're one of the best content creators, but I feel this move to streaming hurt in a way with so many haters and stuff. I always wish you the best, Phil. And I have a chance to stop by your streams. I always show support when I can. Thank you. All right. There we go. Moving forward positively here. Just a few days later, actually. And you know it's going to be good when you see that stream title. I need your help. Oh, you got that right. Why is it different than any other day? That's what I'm wondering. There you go. I need your help, bitches. All right, now we're in trouble. Let's see what we got to pay. Hold on.
Dollars in legal fees for the fucking identity thing. It's a huge sacrifice. It is. Especially right now. I've told you guys recently the things going on with me financially that are all screwed up.
Yeah.
$1,500 in legal fees for the fucking identity theft, right?
Okay.
Fucked up. Other things that have been going wrong around here recently that have cost me money or are going to cost me money. I can't just forego all of that and say, oh, I don't need to make money.
Oh, my
No,
God.
these
That's a good skit right there. DSP version of Price is Right. I'm going to go with 1,000, Bob. You're right. $1,000. Okay, next we have a broken vacuum. We have a vacuum cleaner here. How much will this cost to fix? Bob, you know what? I'm going to go with $1,000. You're right. $1,000. Okay. Oh, all right. Final question here for you, everybody. Get your hands on your buzzers here. How much does a... I'm trying to think. What would you consider to be a very interesting number? I'm going to go with $6 million, Bob. That's right.
bills will pay themselves, right? No, I can't. You know, I have to rely on you guys to understand that because I'm making this sacrifice, I need your buy-in.
Okay.
So if you're watching this video on demand,
what do I do?
If you're watching the Guardians playthrough on demand, you're liking the music in it.
Yeah.
Please support it. Memberships. There is absolutely, positively no valid reason why I can't hit 300 memberships in November.
Okay. That's cool. Hold on. Let me hear that again.
Support it. Memberships. There is absolutely, positively no valid reason why I can't hit 300 memberships in November. There's
no reason.
There's
no logic, no reason anywhere on my streams. It's November. I need 300 members.
There's enough people who watch the streams and watch the on-demand videos on YouTube. I should be hitting 300 members by the end of this month. It would be ridiculous if I don't. Seriously. It's just,
who are you talking to?
With the thousands of views that I get on every video that I upload, with the amount of attendance that I get on my streams, this is a no-brainer that I should be hitting this. And now that I'm going out of my way to sacrifice ad revenue, please, this is something you can concretely do right now. You can become a channel member, and that will help the channel directly, okay? Or again, over here, tips. I need help with tips right now badly. I'm trying to pay.
This is... Man. Big ups, Papa Polecat. Hell yeah. Jumping on the pole. Wow! Well, this is a better one. Whoa! 44,000 microtransactions! Big ass polecat.
A couple of bills. One of the bills is my internet bill, comes due tomorrow. All right? Good news is I have enough for that. But now I need to raise enough for both my condo dues and my day off on Wednesday. Wednesday I got groceries, I got to buy pet supplies.
Yeah, you know one thing he also wasn't lying about? Well, those day offs are intense. He's not lying. Look at this. These days off, let's just get a random day off here we haven't shown yet. Okay, let's scroll up a little bit more. Let's just find a random day off. That's another thing he wasn't lying about. His day offs are intense. All right, here's one. Oh, here, let's go Marshalls. So here, we go to all day out. We go to, on this day, okay, first thing we pay our mortgage. Then we go to, Yeah, this is a credit from PayPal. So he transfers over $5,000 to his bank account. Then we go to Fred Meyer for groceries, easy $216. Then we go to Home Depot for $18. Marshall's for a quick pickup. $91 at Total Wine. $90 at DoorDash. Then we get 2 pools in, obviously. I mean, you got to get 2 pools in, too. That's not a full day without pools. I mean, that's a hell of an off day. You know what I mean? That's a busy off day. Marshall's is like a discount clothes store, but they kind of have some other weird stuff, too. I don't really get it either. Chew likes it, though. Because, like, you never know what they're going to have. It doesn't really make sense to me. I don't understand why Marshall's became a big thing. You know, kind of like Aldi. I don't understand Aldi. Can anyone understand why people like Aldi? Like, I like it, too. But, like, you can't get all the stuff there. But yet people treat it like you can. It's a meme, I think. I think it's a scam, actually, Aldi. Because it's cheap, correct. But you can't get everything you want there. So you have to go somewhere else anyway. So it's kind of a scam. But it's fun, though. I like Aldi. No, Alive and Well in Israel. Incorrect. I go to Aldi. I go to the Aldi at least once a week because I get my water from there. Flavored water beverage. I'm drinking strawberry lemonade flavored water beverage right now. That's how I get my water. And I get it there specifically because it's cheaper than the Walmart waters. So please. Do not say that I am balling. My flavor is strawberry lemonade. But I'm thinking, I think Aldi, if they had a little bit more stuff, right? A little bit more stuff, I would get everything there, but I can't. So it's kind of like inconvenient, but you still want to go there. So yeah, I guess I'm wrong in calling it a scam. But it's just, I don't know how it got that popular, right? That's what I'm wondering. How did it get that popular? You know what I mean? Oh, and you pay the coin game? No, I will play, we're not going to Aldi stream here, but I will play the game of Aldi of how much can I carry without needing anything else. I will become you know those strongman competitions where you're carrying the rocks? Oh, you know I'm carrying rocks. Chew will say, like, why don't you just go get a cart? I'm not getting a cart. What's wrong with you? You think I can't carry this? And by the end, I can pile it up. I got my waters in one hand. I got my other thing. Like, shoot, see? Didn't need a cart, did we? But I'm, like, definitely sweating at that time. But anyways, moving forward positively here. Let's go.
Other things, I got to go to the garbage dump. I have these things I have to do during the day that cost money. And then I need to have enough by, like, Thursday, Friday, whenever it clears, to pay my condo dues as well. Okay? So this is a rough time for me right now. Didn't plan on this happening. But this is just what happens in life, okay? And tipping right now, if you're watching these videos on demand and you're like, man, I like this, tipping would help me so much right now. You have no idea, okay? So please, consider contributing if you're watching. And it's funny because I almost never appeal to the YouTube viewers who watch on demand. I'm almost always directly appealing to the stream viewers. We're in a situation...
I so rarely beg to you guys.
I actually can't. I actually can't complain about the stream contributions. They're good. Seriously.
I so rarely beg at you guys, so please.
So hopefully, people will listen, people will understand, and people will contribute. Now, here's the deal. This is day 2 of me attempting this. If the videos get blocked...
Okay, we're just begging, going back to begging. Big ups Rodrigo, who says, anyone thinks his snorts are comedically timed? He snorted right after that heated rant and made it funny, not serious. Always snorts at the worst time. They do come out comedically timed, but I don't think he has that comedic timing. Like, I think they happen when he's not thinking, right? So he's, like, feeling that emotion, and then boom, there goes one. You know what I mean? But you are right, Rodrigo. They are funny at times. Okay. Here we go. November of the same year. Things are still not going well. So what happens when things aren't going well? We bring up past grievances with people to an attempt to get more tips. Here we go.
Someone is fucking with you on the internet. They won't. Your account gets hacked. They don't care. Your identity gets stolen. Is not equipped to handle any...
Oh, here we go. I don't know why my YouTube's flipping out.
That's crazy to me. That people think that this is, we're in a safe world and everyone can just share everything. No. Absolutely not. Now that we're becoming a more connected world, you got to be careful. And in addition, law enforcement is not equipped to handle anything on the internet. Allow me to repeat that.
Yeah, please.
Law enforcement will not help you if someone is fucking with you on the internet.
Is that true?
They won't. Your account gets hacked, they don't care. Your identity gets stolen, they don't care. They don't do shit.
Did you contact them or not? Because you would not know this if you contact them, unless you contacted them, I'm saying.
They don't. I literally have talked to my local law enforcement about internet stuff. I've given them concrete evidence that crimes have occurred. Internet crimes. Look, here's fraud, here's theft, here's this.
Oh, well, I did pin a message here that says I never reported anything to the bank.
Here's that, identity theft. And you know what they said? Phil, we don't even have the resources to stop human trafficking. Right now, our biggest concern is there's human trafficking in our area, and we're trying to stop that, and they're using the internet as a way to, like, arrange for that. That's what we're working on. That's all we can work on. We don't have the resources, the budget, the money to tackle anything on the internet outside.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So Broside Phil, refuted this, by the way, yeah.
That, if you want to contact the FBI, go ahead, but they're in the same boat. They're tackling high-level hacking. They're tackling espionage and shit.
High-level hacking.
They're not tackling this little rinky-dink shit. Oh. You see what I'm saying? Because it's funny, people say to me all the time, with the level of harassment you get, why don't you seek out help in law enforcement? I have. No one helps. No one can help you. All right? So understand that. Understand that the internet is very much the Wild West. If what you put out there can be used to hurt you, and no one's going to help you if you need help once you start getting harassed and fucked with. Okay? I've used to talk about this all the time on my stream.
I got an image from High Level Hacking real quick. Hold on. I'm going to show it with you. This is High Level Hacking in action. Go, go, go! High Level Hacking! Whoa! Whoa, Red Police, get in here! High Level Hacking!
You're gonna burn, all right.
High Level Hacking! Cloaking!
Okay, you're scared.
Gotta go.
It's High Level Hacking!
Get out of here, dude.
But I've got nerves of steel. I'm not big into books.
Okay. Amazing video. It's funnier with him in the green screen suit.
Streams, and I basically laid off, and now it seems like a year later, people just don't understand this, and it needs to be reiterated again. Okay? Okay. Now
here's where you come in.
All that being said, here's what happened over the last few weeks. Kevin Bernstein, for whatever reason, I have no idea.
Who's this?
Because I never really asked him, but I already talked about this previously, so I'll say it again. For some reason, he decided to try to get the ire of Only Iced Coffee. I don't know why. I really have no idea.
We don't have time for this side story, but what is he talking about? Anyone know? That could be a future episode. Kevin Bernstein tried to get the ire of Only Iced Coffee. That sounds like some dented drama there, isn't it? All right. Anyways, we're gonna come back to that. I'll put that in the maybe to-do list. I don't know what they're even talking about. Kevin Bernstein tries to get the ire of Only Iced Coffee. All right. Oh, they tried to Oh, the Dent Wars. Yeah, I do remember the Dent Wars. That doesn't mean there's not an episode there sometime, though. But that was the Dent Wars. Yeah.
Stealing Phil's identity and doing things in his name with his personal information to fuck his life up. Right?
Okay.
When Phil tries to actually have a positive relationship with a company and get a sponsorship, thousands of actual mentally messed up losers go and harass the company online so that they will stop dealing with Phil. You understand? Like, there's a ginormous difference.
Definitely.
I don't think that the people who started this stuff intended for any of that. They were just messing around. They wanted to make fun of how bad I was at Metal Gear. But YouTube propagated the toxic behavior. They made that environment possible. They did.
Oh,
YouTube
good point there, too. If you're talking to your bank about how, like, I got fraud, imagine all those microtransactions. No, sorry. Someone has access to your bank account. Like, yeah, someone has access to my bank account, but it's not. No, remember, it is him though. But if it wasn't him, let's pretend it wasn't him, and someone had all those microtransactions, it'd be pretty fucking tough to say like, no, those are real. Okay, so we got $850 one day. You want to cancel these, right? No, hold on. Those are actually real. It was a big event that day. There was a Hogan thing. Okay. Well, okay, let's go down. Let's go down the list, Mr. Burnell. Next month, I see you spent $900 of 9 transactions of $99.99 to PayPal. Those must be fake, right? Well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Those are actually real as well. Oh, okay. Well, how about this? It looks like you spent, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be kind of wild.
To prove their identity, and then the tip button would gray out. Apparently, there's something going on with Stream Elements where this is an ongoing thing. I guess Stream Elements, what they do is when you log in, they try to track where you're logging in from, and it adds this string of code to your web browser address bar that glitches the button. Now, if you remove the code, it fixes it, but who's going to know what the code is? What you actually need to do is you want to tip me, all you got to do is click on the link, log in. Now, when you're going to go to tip, if the button's grayed out, just click the link again. Go to the tips link again. Now that you're logged in, it'll load the page fresh without that bullshit code in the address bar, and now you can send a tip.
Okay, what's this
I don't know
about?
what's causing it, but a lot of people were complaining about it today. I wish I could fix it. I urge you, if you're watching links 30th of November, but I'm hoping we can keep the futuristic stuff up with Metroid Dread premiering on the first.
Definitely. I'm not sure why this missed it there. Okay, to go.
Things like identity theft, it's illegal. You can't do it. It's federally, you can't do it.
Nailed it.
Reach out to law enforcement about stuff like that and see what they tell you. I challenge you to do it, because I have. Multiple times over my 13 years as a content creator where I've experienced some pretty heinous things that have happened to me behind the scenes as a result of being an online presence.
Yeah, go ahead.
I reached out to law enforcement about it and said, what do you guys recommend? And they're like, we can't do nothing. There's nothing we can do. We already are so busy trying to enforce in real life stuff right in front of our faces, in real life crime. The only online stuff that we have any capacity.
Okay, so I think I got it. I think I know what he did then. He probably called the police and says, guys, a lot of people fuck with me online. Can you keep an eye on that? And they're like, no, we can't actually. We can't just have surveillance for you. If there's a problem, call us back. And Philip took that as, see, they don't even care. So never talking to them again. You know what I mean? I bet that happened. I bet that's how it went, you know? Now, he might not have called him at all, by the way, but that's what I'm kind of thinking that's what he was doing. Guys, everyone hates me on the internet. They're doing bad stuff. So could you watch out for that? No, we can't do that. So if you have an issue, you could let us know. You know, I don't know.
Capacity to handle right now is human trafficking. That we find out that there's actual humans being illegally trafficked.
Yeah.
And the internet is a place where there's communication and information about it. That we'll look into. But outside of that, we don't have time to deal with jack shit. I showed them concrete evidence of thousands upon thousands of dollars of fraudulent credit card transactions. You know what they told me? Shoot an email and see if someone responds, and if no one does, just give up.
Yeah, that sounds very real. This sounds like someone definitely not lying. Listen.
Fraudulent credit card transactions.
Listen to the response, and listen to how he says it with such confidence, and not like he's making it up on the spot. You ready?
You know what they told me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shoot an email, and see if someone responds, and if no one does, just give up.
Okay.
That's what I was told.
That's
I was like, what are you talking
that.
about? I have evidence of I'm not even kidding, $5,000 to $10,000 of false credit cards transactions. And they told me that's nothing.
What?
What are you talking about? Pittance. That's nothing. Why would we care about that? Right? And it's funny because we all think, oh, law enforcement, right? They have such capacity to protect the people or whatever. They're so stretched thin in their efforts to just keep order out here on your street. That the fact that you would think that they would go online and do anything is a joke. What are you, out of your fucking mind? You know? You contact the FBI, you want the FBI will be like, yeah, okay, so how many millions of dollars? What? How many millions of dollars of fraud happened?
Definitely.
Well, not million. Okay, well, goodbye.
Definitely.
We don't have time for that. You see? So, to me, I hear, oh, this is interesting. Okay? This is interesting because we're going to make a law that says bots online to buy products are illegal. Okay, great. Now, these websites know that bots are buying stuff. How do you enforce the law? Exactly. When you have a website that's running, okay, there's not a human...
Okay, whatever. Tricorder Transmissions in the house says, local PD took my ID theft case very seriously. I think they would. If it already happened, they would. They might not say, if you told them, hey, I might have identity theft someday. Could you watch out for me? They don't give a fuck about that. That's for sure. But if it already happened, I'm guessing they take it pretty seriously, honestly. Vikes in the house says, this era was ALT's best chance to get Cat for himself. Oh, God. No. Oh, great thumbnail.
People mess with me with identity theft, and eventually, basically, in a nutshell, without getting into massive details, it's really none of anyone's business.
Yeah, go ahead.
What really happened or how bad it got. I was forced to default on a lot of my payments that I had set up because I had things set up for automatic payment. But because of identity theft, a lot of people, well, I don't say a lot of people, it might have been one person, kind of messed with me behind the scenes and were doing things in my name that were not authorized, but they went through anyway. I was forced to completely close off accounts that I had and reopen them from scratch. But for a long time,
I love how he makes like opening new accounts is like a Herculean effort. You know what I mean? You to open those accounts from scratch. You know how hard that is? First, you got to set the foundation. You got to put up the walls. Then you got to put in the insulation. It's very tough to build these accounts. Come on.
I had to freeze all of my stuff. So all of my assets were frozen. And when that happened, I couldn't pay anybody. Okay? So imagine right now you have money, but you can't use it for anything. For an extended period of time, you're broke. That's what happened to me last year. Now, luckily, I'm a streamer, so the money that I had coming in for like tips, that was what I had as spending money. So I still had money for groceries and the like, but I didn't have money for things like my mortgage and my other financial payments and obligations that I was supposed to make. And it set me back significantly. Okay. Without giving you any specifics, I'm not kidding. I will be recovering for this for years. I got completely fucked over with that. Again, it's like whenever I feel like I'm getting ahead, oh my God, things are so bad. Oh, here comes a ray of hope. Here comes something good, positive happening in my life that's changing. The bankruptcy, and a lot of people see that as a negative. For me, that was an opportunity to have relief. To say, now I can pay the things I'm supposed to be paying, like my taxes and things like that, and actually get back on my feet financially. Yeah. And then within 1 year of that happening, I lose my Twitch partnership, and then the identity theft happens, back to back. And it puts me right back to fucking square one again.
Get ready to hear that, by the way, when the Kino Casino crash out happens and, like, he hates Triple P. He's going to say that again, by the way. Whenever things look up, it always goes back down, you know? Just get ready for that again. Big ups Wally Wonka, who says, so back then he says the police won't do anything, but now he says a chargeback will put you in jail. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Chargebacks put you in jail, bitch. You will go to jail. Federal prison, by the way.
Okay. So you might see me here. You might see me here on a stream and say, wow, Phil's a pretty good to do streamer, man. He does pretty good. His fans are very supportive and he gets a lot of contributions every day. Yeah. You're right. The problem is, even with everything that I make and everything, I'm always behind. I'm currently behind on stuff.
Wonder why that is.
This very moment, I'm behind on stuff. And when you're in that situation in life, you don't have opportunity to plan ahead for retirement or the future or anything like that. Yeah. It may take me...
If there was one aspect of your spending that didn't exist, you would have a very fat retirement account right now.
I'm not kidding. Years to get back to a situation where I can even think about that anymore. And that is really upsetting because obviously I really thought that the whole bankruptcy thing was going to fix that issue, and it very well should have. And the fact that it didn't because people broke the law to fuck with me is pretty damn messed up. And the fact that Twitch dropped me from their partner program with actual no justification at all and never ever provided evidence nor responded to my repeated requests for evidence of wrongdoing. It's just like everyone wanted to fuck with me last year. You know, everyone. Companies, individuals, everyone.
Companies, individuals.
And it sucks because, you know, as much as I like to say, dude, in life, I'd really like to have everything be secure. It's sadly, a lot of things in life are not in your own hands. Like the whole identity theft thing. Literally, I didn't do anything wrong at all. There were two different companies that basically did not have sufficient security in place.
and someone got access to my data because of that. And that's not my fault. That's the company's fault. And there's not much I can do about that besides just deal with the repercussions of it. You know,
okay,
that's real shitty.
So now it's 2 companies. There is 2 companies involved that person, you know, socially engineered, as he says. 2 companies.
But that's just life. That a lot of times in life you have to deal with shit like that. And I did nothing wrong. It wasn't like I made a mistake. I leaked my own information. I didn't. It was actual other companies who should have known better, who fucked up, and who screwed me over and sent me back now quite a lot of money. And like I said, will I ever even catch up? I don't know. Will I ever, you know what I mean? It'll take a long time, I feel, to get back on my feet. Right now, again, I was in a position where everything was good. I was paying everything how I was supposed to.
What?
And I'm not anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always behind. I'm always trying to play catch up.
You're trying to get the high score? This game isn't about score. Just play it.
What was that? A Reaper. Forest Reaper.
Ah!
I came over here because this right here looked like one of those rings of stones that gives you one of the blessings. I thought it was, but I thought it was weird that it didn't show up on the map. And now that I'm here, it's not. It's something, I don't know what this is. Like this
Why don't you
this is for a quest or something?
Enjoy the game.
An uprooted tree just sitting here for no good reason, right? I don't know.
Anyways. Does he go back into it?
Let's head back. That was a tangent, guys. It was fine. We were walking to Solitude anyway. Things aren't perfect. I don't think they will be in my life ever. I don't think they'll ever be perfect. I'm kind of accepted the fact that kind of some things will always be screwed up for me, just to the nature of what I do and the fact that because I'm an online personality, I'm always going to be open and a target for this kind of stuff. And there's not much I can do about it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could. There just doesn't seem to be a foolproof protection against stuff like this. It's funny because Kevin says, are you going to seek any kind of restitution from the companies who didn't protect your information? What can I do? I don't have money. If I had money, maybe I could sue them and say, hey, you mistreated my information. You mishandled the situation. You let people get access to stuff they shouldn't, and you screwed me over completely. Now I have identity theft because of it.
So one thing we've noticed here, so we've been going through a lot of these clips now, is he really doesn't mention the bank leaks at all, does he? He mentions a lot of other stuff, but he'll never directly talk about the bank leaks, right?
And, you know, I should sue you. By rights, I should be able to do that, but when you don't have money, you can't do that. You see the point? Like, it's pretty fucked up. That the whole idea that the only way you can get legal restitution for someone who's done you wrong is if you have money, but if you don't have money because someone did you wrong, then how do you seek said legal restitution, right? Plus, let's be honest, I don't have time for it either. I gotta work 6 days a week full time. When do I have time to go work with lawyers to file lawsuits against these companies? So, you know, it is what it is, okay? All I can really do is move forward positively. Seriously.
That's the only thing we can do as well. Okay, let's go.
Even worse, if you guys remember, I told you, because of identity theft and other things, there was a major thing that happened in early fall where I defaulted on a bunch of my financial obligations because all my money was frozen. And so now not only was I making less and barely making ends meet, for a whole month, everything didn't get paid. And then I had fees and basically all these kind of fucking things I had to pay to fix that. That just compounded the issue on top of that. Okay? This is a major problem. All right? And so here we are a year later, and here's what I can tell you. All right?
Go ahead. Yeah.
At least all the other behind-the-scenes shit is fixed. It wasn't irreparable, irreconcilable damage. And a good fact of the matter here is that I already had terrible credit because I declared bankruptcy in 2020 and all that fucked up stuff happened last fall. So at least it didn't destroy my credit. My credit was already destroyed. So it didn't actually affect it negatively because it already was bad.
That was the benefit.
Okay, I mean, that's not good news, but still, it's not like nothing was ruined. It's just, it really put me in a bad way financially, again, on top of compounding the issues. All right? So now, this whole year I've been working to build up this YouTube channel, right? And to some extent, that's been successful, right? Subs are up, views are up, engagement is up, all this stuff is up. It's on a growth
trajectory, which is a good thing. It's a very slow growth trajectory.
Big ups, everybody. We're on the slow growth trajectory right now.
But it's undeniable that there's a growth trajectory. All right? Now that we now have gifted memberships, hopefully this will be a consistent increase in support when it comes to memberships.
That's gifted membership era. Remember that? Big ups to Mr. Matt. You are a legend, sir. Here we go. Let's go grand total for Mr. Matt. Hell yeah! Whoa! 44,000. And next, Petting and Sit in the house as well. I'll give you. What's this? Oh, that's my desk. You don't want that. How about this one? This is a good one. No. Oh, you'll love this. This is for you. This is for you. Whoa! Penance. Yeah, I showed that stream on last Friday. I showed my setup. If you didn't see that, I'm not rewinding it. Go back. It was last Friday.
That is another step in the right direction towards getting me back to where I was. I'm still not even close to where I was with what I was making.
It's not a real gamer setup. It's a trolling setup. It's trolling, mouth drooling headquarters. See? Mouth drooling 101 headquarters right there. Okay, but I showed more pictures too if you want to see it. Last stream. All right. There you go. Jury with shoes, by the way. Okay, let's go.
Twitch, and the sad fact is, what happens when all that shit happens? I lose a bunch of income every month, and then all the other shit happened in the fall, and I couldn't pay shit. I'm behind on stuff, you know, and it's like an endless loop of never being able to catch up because people won't stop fucking with me. If people would just leave me the fuck alone and stop trying to ruin my life, none of this would have happened. No, really, none of it. If all the bullshit didn't happen, I never would have been kicked out of the Twitch Partner Program because I know exactly what happened now. I can't talk about it because I told someone I wouldn't because I don't want to get someone in trouble. I know exactly what happened, all right? And it's because of assholes completely trying to ruin my life. I know about the whole identity theft thing. I know exactly what happened with it. It's people trying to ruin my life. It's not, oh, I want to troll Phil and have a laugh. It's, I actually want to ruin Phil's life. Okay. And it's to the point, at this point, where it's like...
No, I deleted it.
I don't know how people could be that angry at anything I've done over the years, especially with the fact that I've really tried to change recently.
Oh, that's good.
The last several years, you know, I'm trying not to do any of those things that from back in the day piss people off. Mm-hmm. It's just like that's it. Once this mentality on the internet happened, this meme that Phil is a bad person, evil person, they just won't stop.
This could be like literally yesterday, by the way.
I mean, you get to the point.
This is 2022 May,
where it's so fucked up. It's beyond defense. It's one thing to say, oh, I don't like this guy, so let's just say that his content sucks, or let's say that, you know, this or that. It's another thing entirely to break laws, to commit crimes against me constantly, which is what has been happening. That's why I'm in the position I'm in. I'm telling you, if the partnership was not lost last year, and if the identity theft didn't happen, I would be probably in a good position right now. Okay. Seriously.
This was the storyline for a long time, this whole era. Big ups Luigi's Nair says, even if his account was frozen, he'd still have access to money. Most of his money comes from his PayPal anyways. Very good point, Luigi is Nair, that I didn't shout out. Most of his money is in PayPal, so yeah, it would be available as well. Okay? Moving forward to 2022, what do we time check here? Okay, we're doing okay. There's one video we have to play before we end the day. And that is a lengthy one. Let me see about time here, okay? Let me think about how we're going to do this. 1 o'clock right now. That means we've got about an hour and 15 until the pre. Let me think here. Okay, let me do some live production style stuff here. Okay, so I want to play the side scrollers and I want to play the more recent retcon. So why don't I... Let's see.
Actually, and about how a year ago I had my identity stolen, and someone got control of my accounts and was taking out multiple transactions of thousands of dollars at a pop. All right, and it was screwing me over because now I don't have money to pay my bills and shit.
So then, hear how he explained that this time. They were taking out multiple thousands of dollars
accounts and was taking out multiple transactions of thousands of dollars at a pop. All right. And it was screwing me over because now I don't have money to pay my bills and shit. So I explained this. This is 100% what happened. Okay? And then a troll immediately comes in the chat and moves the goalpost. Oh, well, you explained now what happened last year, which we wanted. But by the way, where'd you get all these thousands of dollars that was being stolen from your account? I thought you said that this... See what I mean?
No, that's a good point. Was he said he had zero money in his bank account when that happened, right? And then now he said they had thousands of dollars just sitting there waiting to be taken out. So, again, if you remove the begging, a lot of stuff wouldn't went as bad as it did, right? So if there was no begging involved, then you got your identity stolen, and everyone would have some form of pity for him, right? If he wasn't the e-beggar that he was, but he legitimately had e-begging his head off during this era about how he doesn't have money. He needs enough money to go to his day off. So when you link that with then telling a story about he had thousands of dollars sitting around waiting to be taken, it's kind of weird, right? You said if we didn't tip, you had to buy lunch meat sandwiches.
Doesn't matter what I explain or what I tell you truthfully or justify in anything that I tell you. I could show you all my financials right now. I could throw every bill of mine on the stream. I could do everything. It's not good enough for them. They'll always be going to the next level of weird conspiracy and fucked up thought. That's how they are.
Yeah.
They're obsessive to the point of insanity. So you don't entertain the shit that they say and do. You just say, okay, young Billy, and you pat them on the head like they say, okay, whatever you say, person who thinks they're sane, and you just move on positively. There's absolutely no reason to be fucking wasting time trying to justify anything with those kind of people anymore. But that's why they want to know my personals. They're of the opinion if they get all my personal data, now they can either ruin my life further by fucking with it further, like that person did last year, or they can just move the goalposts to the next conspiracy or the next thing based off of something else they learned from that information. You see? Okay. Bookworm did a super chat. People are crazy. The playthrough's been great. I appreciate you. Thank you, Bookworm.
Thank you, Bookworm. Big Asiwamoto changes so much he's in a permanent metamorphosis. Never changing, always evolving, always 2 steps ahead.
Committing identity theft and fraud. People trying to slander me in ways that I never fathomed just because they have a little bit of information. The way I like to put it is this. People take a little nugget of truth and then they basically post on so much.
All right, so this my YouTube is really weird. It's like flashing white for some reason. That's why I'm hiding it from you. Here, you'll see in a second. But this is a special announcement. I want to tell my side of the story. Interview with side scrollers coming up. Okay, so that's what's coming up here. Okay, we're going to show that, of course. I'll show that part of the interview. But he's just telling us what he's going to talk about there. Okay.
We're willing to commit identity theft and fraud and impersonate me and lie to get a copy of the invoice. Can you imagine the lengths these people would go if I gave you concrete information about anything? So the answer is no. If I were to do this interview, all right, could I really give a detailed response? I can tell you things, but I can't give you specifics, nor can I show you any actual, here's an invoice, here's a statement, I can't do that. Because the moment I do that, they'll figure it out, and they're going to be fucking with all my stuff all over again.
Okay, so this is why we can't prove anything we've said, right? Remember this whole thing? Now it's not doing it, of course. Ryan's too conceited. Just wait. It'll do it. Don't you worry. You'll see it in a minute. I'm not lying. There you go. See the white? White. And if I push play, it'll go back to black. Ryan is too conceited. I always show receipts. Always.
Because when I'm seeing people regularly commit identity theft, commit fraud to get me in trouble, like I said, the reason last year it was so bad was because this person who got unauthorized access to one of my accounts used that to basically piggyback to another account, account. And once they had access to all of those accounts, now there was money being transferred, there was overdrafts happening. It was not good, okay? And I can't go through that again. So to put myself at that kind of level of personal risk by giving any kind of
So again, we're explaining why we cannot show any evidence.
Information out. It's just, it can't happen. You see? But the purpose of me doing this is not to appease the trolls. I don't care about the trolls. Those trolls are never going to be appeased. Good joke. My purpose is to simply get my side of the story out there, and whether or not you believe it is for you to judge. But I feel right now what's happening is when you have a wide network of larger content creators, we're not talking small-time guys making fun of me with detractor videos like they do.
Yeah.
We're talking big-time YouTubers who think it's funny to reiterate those negative memes and stereotypes that are not true.
about me. They think it's a part of the running joke, right, to do it. I think that's completely unfair. And at least if I had an interview with a high-profile YouTuber with a following, who now, when I do this interview, at the very least, my side of the story is out.
Okay.
At least that gets exposure to a wider audience than just...
Yeah, that didn't stop people talking negatively about you, did it? Big Ups Trevor 4 Player says, when DSP was a child, he learned to use the words completely, literally, and actually. I guarantee he became the most insufferable dipshit at school. He definitely was that little twerp that got teased and now talks tough. Oh, God, yeah. I think those words are just filler words to make him, sound more important, honestly. Literally, completely soaked in sauce.
Just the 300-400 people I talk to every day here on my channel, right? That's the goal.
Okay.
And is that going to appease the haters? No, fuck them. Who cares? Doesn't matter what. I told you guys this endlessly. No matter what I say and do, those people just move the goalpost further. I could disprove everything they've ever said about me.
Yeah, so instead of disproving, you chose to admit to the lies you told for 8 years to your fans. That was pretty cool. All right, let's go to the interview here. Paca Pasini says, I always love a good cowboy cope. Dent Back Mountain. I love those.
I don't know.
Right. But
here we go.
And I hate to bring this up. But I'm going to because I feel like it needs to be addressed.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
People have been very
Go ahead, Craig. You do you. Go ahead.
Aggressive with you to the point to where they have leaked bank statements from you, right? And that's obviously not cool at all. It's ridiculous that somebody would go to that length, and it's honestly upsetting. But it's out there, right?
Yes.
And there have been, according to these leaks, there have been dozens, hundreds of transactions to the Apple Store. Many over hundreds of dollars that have been there.
Those were all fun events, Craig. Yes.
Were those your transactions?
No.
So those were not tied to you at all?
No. The bank leaks. Now we have to get into the identity theft thing, okay?
No, it's the bank leaks. Get to the bank leaks.
Well, let's just talk about the bank leaks first.
Yeah.
Well, they're tied to that.
Okay.
You know what I mean, like they go hand in hand. Those bank leaks.
Explain it then. Yeah.
Sure, the bank leaks are not accurate. That is not my account.
So it's the person who took your identity was spending money on the Apple Store?
No, that's not my account at all. Whatever that is not me. That's fabricated. Or it's someone else's account. I don't know whose, but that's not my account that was leaked. I've had a lot of issues that happened with identity theft that same summer, but they used that to run with some kind of this crazy conspiracy theory and say that was me, and it's not.
Okay.
So you're saying, just so we're on the same page, you're saying that this account that is not yours, that had thousands of dollars of fees to the Apple Store consistently, that are these amounts just happen to tie to exact amounts in the game that we're talking about.
Shoutouts to Super Chat said, endlessly denied playing it until he finally got caught on his own video with it visible on his iPhone. He is a liar. He is lying now. That's a Super Chat just came in. You're right, Gilland.
Champions. And it's a game that you also play. Just so we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
You're saying that is not your account at all, and they were unsuccessful in hacking your bank account.
They did not hack my bank account. They did not have access to my bank account.
It seems awfully convenient.
Yeah, it does.
And we're
right.
just right.
It does sound awfully convenient. But
It's a Gundam just said, the trolls lose again in the chat.
the truth.
You can understand how us looking from the outside in looks at this and raises an eyebrow and doesn't quite buy it, right?
To me, I mean, from an outside perspective, who doesn't know anything, would look like you had to go and file for bankruptcy. You had all these issues and people calling you out for spending way too much money on this game.
Yes.
When you should have been saving for taxes.
Yes.
And then, this shit comes out and you're like, you're freaking sweating. You got to freaking do something about it. It's like, oh, I was hacked. That identity theft. Like, maybe the identity theft happened. I'm just like painting a picture for like these people on the internet that hate you and are trying to convince the world of what happened. And then, like Craig said, I mean, you are playing it. It is your username.
Yes.
There are all these bank statements that actually correlate perfectly with this game.
Yes.
I'm leaning more towards that side of the story because it makes more sense. I mean, you needed an out. You have money issues and have had money issues for a while.
So this is what's going to change tonight. So this is what has to change tonight. So you see how Adam is talking very generally about it and says how it's very convenient, Phil, this works up. And that's all true and worth saying. But what it has to be now for Steven to do is to say, okay, well, you talk about Burger King. You went to Burger King, you had a bad experience. Now, the day before, the transaction was from the day before, right? So to believe that this person is not you, that person would have to go to Burger King before anyone knew you were going to go to Burger King, right? It's right here. That person would have to go to Burger King the day before you also went to Burger King and have a transaction be worth an amount that might be two people, right? What do you say to that, Phil? And I know what he's going to say. It's not me. That's why I'm, the chance of this being stupid is bad too. But he's just going to say that's not me. What else can I say? It's not me. It's not me. Why the day before, Remy? Because Philip told the story about Philip's day off the day before. So that person, let's pretend we are going into fantasy land. That person was going to go to the same place as Philip did to make it look more believable, which is, again, is ridiculous, okay? Philip talked about it the day after. So that person literally has to go, the timing doesn't work, right? Yeah, he told the story the day after. So that person would have to, know about where Philip is going to go. You know what I mean? So it's just ridiculous. Then the Firestone as well. Many times about the day off. The day off lines up with exactly what he says. For this to be someone else's explanation, that person has to do this troll for more than 16 months. And on every single day off of Philip, also go to the same places that Philip goes to. It's pretty easy. It's pretty fucking simple, man. So I hope Steven can also build up enough evidence and show that where Philip has to, I don't think anyone can accept that it doesn't make sense, Phil. You think someone really going to do all that? And then, we'll see.
Yep. And it's just like, it's hard to believe, dude.
The reason that this story has not died out like every other one is because this is the one that I really don't have a way to prove my innocence without further exposing myself. You understand?
Do you have a police report for the
police
identity
report?
You don't.
Oh,
you
no.
can redact certain things.
I did not. I don't have a police report. How do I?
Did you not go to the police when your identity was hacked?
Hold on.
No, I went to all my financial institutions. I went to the credit bureaus.
You didn't go to the police though when someone was stealing your identity. No. Why wouldn't you do that?
I didn't even think to do it. I don't think. What would they do about it?
Try to fucking get the person and arrest them for stealing your identity.
I mean, I guess maybe, but here, okay. I guess what I got to do is tell you a little bit more about all the crap I've been through.
Okay.
I have contacted the police about the harassment. No, listen. I have contacted the police about harassment over the years.
So this proves my theory that he did go to the police and say, guys, something bad might happen in the future. Can you watch out for it? And they said, no, we can't do that, which they can't. You want to pay for security, pay for security. And then he took that to mean, okay, well, nothing I can do. I can never contact the police again. I really think that's true now, because look what he's going to say again here.
When I got swatted, years later, when someone was actually doing tons of fake transactions against my PayPal account that were all fraud. They were actually fraudulent credit card transactions. I contacted our police here, and I had a big conversation, and they said, listen, I swear to God, this is the conversation. We don't do that. We don't have an online...
Well, you're being so truthful for the rest of this interview. We should definitely listen when he says, I swear to God.
Task force for this stuff. They said the only thing we deal with is human trafficking. That's it. That's all we can do. Here's the number to the FBI, if you want to call them. But unless you're talking about ginormous sums of money being tossed
So
around,
you did contact them or you didn't?
Not about identity theft. I contacted them years earlier about other issues.
See, there we go. See,
and
there it is, right there.
You talked to them about identity theft.
I talked to them about a lot of different things that had happened or could happen.
And they
There it
Why would
is.
you have talked to them about identity theft years earlier? If
There
nothing?
it is. Hey, Officer Sanders. Many things could happen to me that would affect me negatively. Could you please watch out for those? Thank you.
None of that was even happening to you.
Well, I don't know if we specifically said, identity theft. Like I said, there was a case where, first of all, I received death threats, like pretty serious death threats. Someone saying they're going to come to my house and murder me with a gun.
Well, that's a completely different subject.
Correct.
Right.
And I contacted them about that. And while I was talking to them, I also brought up PayPal issues that I was having with fraudulent transactions and other things. And they basically said, we don't handle that. We can't. We don't have the capacity. Local PD doesn't care. You have to go, if you want to go to the FBI, but they even said, here's the number. If you ever get into something really bad, you're afraid for your life or something.
So he did actually report the death threats. There we go.
Call us 911. Outside of that, anything else, it's, big transactions or whatever, like you lose $1 million, you call the FBI. That's it. So I didn't think, I didn't file a police report about the identity theft because I didn't think they could do anything. They told me years previous nothing's going to happen about it.
Well, it didn't seem like you were talking about identity theft with them. So,
let me ask this, right? You addressed the bank leaks on a stream. Why? If they're not yours, why?
Yes.
Why did you feel the need to talk about the bank leaks if they weren't yours?
Well, what do you mean by that? Are you referencing a specific stream that I did? Or
So Steven better be ready for this too, because he's going to say that a lot. Like, I don't know what you're referencing. Do you have a specific stream you're talking about? Right? That's the typical thing that Philip does to try to, I don't know exactly what you're talking about. So you really got to spell it out. So we got to be able to spell it out,
In general, I mean, if somebody hacks an account and they say this is Darkside Phil's bank account, right? Why don't you say, well, it's not mine? What are you even talking about? And I did. Okay.
I'm sure that I did. I've never said that was my account.
Then how come? And this is the internet doing what it does. There's been matchmaking based off of your life, going to restaurants, big events in WWE Champions, things like that line up perfectly with this bank account. And I think I said it's your money, dude. You can do what you want. I don't care. But why? If we were in the court of law, and somebody was to bring all this evidence in front of, say, look, hey.
Now, Carl just said in the super chat to this interview, the bank account was tied to his social security number. And I believe, now I don't think we have proof of that, but that is what the Kiwi farmer said how they got into the account was by using Philip's social security number and last name. And that's all he needed, I believe. So just throw that into the bonfire we have here of evidence that it is his, right? But go ahead.
There's a bullet here. Here's the gun that he used. It has his fingerprints on it. This person is dead because this person pulled the trigger, and the other guy's like, "No, I didn't do it." Well, there's clear DNA there, and I think that's the thing that I'm really struggling with here, man. Is it just seems like if you would just say, yeah,
you can set it up like that, so. For reasons of security, we would take that too at the bank. Back in my day, they would have your social security number because it was we had to get it for some reason, but we did have it. And you couldn't use it for anything unless there was a fucking problem. So if there's a problem, then we have to do it. But I remember when I was at the bank, they definitely did need that. That was something you had to get. Big up Jericho. You probably answered this a lot already. Sorry, not going to rewind. Short version. Do you think tonight's interview will be good? Well, I said there's a wide range of how this could go, and it kind of all depends on Philip's reactions, right? If Philip tries to triple P this and laugh it off and talk his head off the whole time to try to filibuster, it will not be good. We need Steven to push back, and it's tough with one person because that's why this Side Scrolls is so good, is because we have good cop and bad cop. And doing that as a solo person is tough because you come off like an asshole. And what I mean by that is the person that is trying to be amicable and trying to have a conversation with, it's tough for them to turn into the aggressor. When I say aggressor, I mean the person that has to move the talk along without sounding like an asshole. You know what I mean? That is tough to do. That is very tough to do. Because if you do that, it instantly turns into a me against you thing. And once you go me against you thing, people put up walls about, okay, well, I'm not giving this guy anything he's looking for because he's going against me. And that's something when you're interviewing people you have to be very careful of, is because if you do that and they put up their walls, it is over. It is over, right? Because then they don't want to give you anything. They don't want to let you win, right? So it's just a tough job he's got tonight. Full confidence, but it's a tough job. And yes, thank you. Kylo Ren is Steve Cambion. Why I said Kylo Dent is because during the New Year's show, when Philip was on for like 5 minutes or whatever, I didn't know who that was, and I had to get a descriptor, and I called him Kylo Dent because he was talking about some stupid shit. But now, I definitely understand. I've talked to him myself now, and I didn't understand he's not a Dent. I thought he was a person that was I also thought he was an alien, paranormal believer guy, but he's actually the opposite of that. So I definitely want to say I do not call him Kylo Dent anymore. I did not understand. I thought he was a alien grifter, but I learned now he's totally different. So I respectfully do not call him Kylo Dent anymore, and I've talked to him on Twitter, and he seems like a nice guy. Okay, so I do not say Kylo Dent anymore. I apologize.
Yeah, it was my bank account.
I was stressed out.
It was really fucked up. It aligned with all these things. By the way, I play WB Champions. I have a hard time quitting it. Those games are addictive. And you just kind of said, yeah, these things are accurate. I think people would just be like, okay, and they'd be cool with it. But it just seems like you keep digging and digging and digging. And I mean, walk me through this, because there's just evidence here, like mounds and mounds of evidence. And that say
you claim that it was someone else, but why do a lot of the things on the bank statement actually correlate to things that you actually did and paid for?
Right, and the only evidence that you're putting out is, well, no, it's not, or that's a lie. You know, and just walk
similar to the debunk stream.
me through this, man, because this is the whole purpose of this thing was
it's coming up.
Not to make you look bad at all. I just want to walk through this here, man, because it doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up.
Here it comes.
What specifically? Like you said a couple things there. First, you said big events in the game correlate to money being spent on the account.
No, I don't think he meant in the game. I think he meant in life.
Well, in life and in the game, apparently there's like special events that happen in the game, and it's a certain character's released or whatever. I don't know enough about the game, right? I didn't do a deep dive into the game. Just there are special events that happen. Hey, it's like you see this on any game, Call of Duty, Apex. For this time only, you can buy this character or whatever.
Yeah. That's who doesn't know those.
That's all. I'm just trying to walk through this, man.
Go ahead.
But here's the thing. I don't know specifically what you're referencing. I guess what you're saying is there's transactions on that account that correlate. That's something that's been proven that I spent money on. How would that even be proven?
See, so this is where we have to cover new ground tonight, is because it can be proven literally with you talked about a Burger King ka-ching of the ring. You talked about a Burger King ka-ching, and the very same day you went there. So you're telling me that this person went to Burger King the day before. I'm about to say it again. You know that.
What is that?
Well, I mean, maybe you went to a restaurant and you said, hey, I'm going to go to dinner tonight. And then there's a transaction at a local restaurant for an amount that may add up to a couple people dining at a restaurant. You know what I mean?
That kind of stuff.
That's all. Like I said, I'm just trying to walk through this.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds. I mean, first of all, from your perspective, if I were sitting where you were right now and hearing this story, I'd be like, he's probably lying. I don't know how to defend. Again, I don't know how to defend myself without putting myself and my family at personal risk, and that's the problem. I don't know how that lines up. I wish I knew. I wish I knew I could explain those transactions.
Curls and Twirls. Someone just super chatted it. Let me see if is it on here? Yes. Okay. So Curls and Twirls is right there. Now that is a website that we know they do go to because of this. There was this is wild. Like, I have no clue how someone found this. But this image was on the Curls and Twirls website or Facebook page. And as you can see, that is Catherine. That is Catherine Burnell there. And that was on Facebook from the Curls and Twirls website. So that is a confirmed They are confirmed users of Curls and Twirls. So now I will say once again, this person has to also go to Curls and Twirls, the very same haircutting place that they go to. And they went there twice on these bank leaks during this time. Curls and Twirls. $66 for this one. And, oh yeah, so look at this. 1 month apart. We go 15th to... 1 month later, we went for $66. That seems like more of a cat thing there. But there we go. Okay.
Transactions. Here's, I guess, man, I'm trying to figure out how I can tell you from my perspective what really happened that summer. And why,
I'll tell you, here's something very easy, very simple. Very simple.
Go ahead.
You have my email, and this is a small ask. It's also a big ask. You can say just of your account, of your WB account.
All right, you know what's going here, right? We heard that. Okay, so he's going to say that. You know what he's going to say. Here we go.
Asking about the bank leaks and, you know, the actual identity theft, because we never got into it. You notice that? We literally never went into the true identity theft story. Instead, it was just the bank leaks, but not address what really happened. Maybe that'll be part 2. Maybe
yeah, definitely. That'll be part 2.
They'll ask questions, and I'll be able to tell more my side of stuff rather than just directly answering questions. I don't know. We never
that'll
got
be
to
good.
a lot of stuff, quite frankly.
That'll be good. We want to hear your side of that story, definitely.
That is identity theft and fraud. You cannot do that. That is a crime. That's not, oh, I'm messing with someone's internet. That's an actual serious crime. Okay? You cannot fuck around like that. And this person thinks at this point they can get away with anything. Okay? Because they've been doing it now for how many years? It's been a month since the October incident. Comcast has done absolutely nothing about it, right? So there you have it. Okay?
Okay.
Now,
easy
before
as that.
you say, well, what evidence do you have?
Yeah, what evidence
Well, I'm
do you
not
have?
going to show you my payment information, and I'm certainly not going to show you anything that's private, but what I will show you is what they did to my account. Would you like to see?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Let me see this. Okay.
So they logged into my account,
Okay.
and they changed the name on the account. They changed the email on the account. They basically changed everything, okay? So there you go.
What's Pandalee in reference to? I don't get
All
it.
this information was changed to be trollish information, okay?
Trollish, okay.
So not only did they do all this,
It's changed to be trollish information.
that, as you can see,
It's changed to be trollish information.
all the information changed to be troll stuff, right? Then they also, like I said,
trollish
made a false payment in hundreds and hundreds of dollars towards me. Okay? So this is obviously awful, right? This
So
is
again, they paid the bill again.
not okay, someone's messing around anymore.
Okay, so you got the point. This is a different time. Okay. All right, so now we're going modern, and we do have to, I'm going to get to the most, I think, interesting one, okay? So chill audience Q&A turns into a big debunking, okay? So this was not that long ago, actually. No, 5 months ago. So this is pre-King Arc, I think. Definitely. Oh, no, we have the crown. So we're in the middle of King Arc. We're feeling more positive than ever, and we get to talk about this topic.
The Big Bambino says detractor.
No, I never shoved hockey referees. I yelled at them, but I never shoved. And it's always light yelling. I always say things that are like, because they're high school kids, so you can't really yell. But I could say things like, were you looking at something else on that one? Or, this questions like that. They're very calm. Did you not have your eyes open for that one, sir? Do you need a new prescription for that, sir? Things like this. But it's all nice, actually, So it's not bad. It's just asking questions, How many eyes do you have? That kind of thing. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff.
Detractors say the money you asked.
I'm the coach. I'm not the enforcer. I'm on the bench. I'm yelling at the refs from the bench.
For.
Do you operate a household? Absolutely. Do you understand how tough it is to operate a household? Come on.
You said was going to Bills, went to mobile games.
Yeah.
There is absolutely, positively no way anyone could even have evidence of that at all. There is no one who has ever seen me receive a donation and then see that donation go into an account and immediately
we could do the hockey. Do kids teams have influencers? No, there is people that get rough though, that like assholes. But anyway, we're not doing the kids hockey episode. We can do that a different day. But yeah, we are. By the way, on our season, we are 1-0, and my son did get a goal, so we are definitely winning, and that's a W all around. Season 1-0 could be we could have a perfect season. We're 1-0 right now.
You go out of an account to pay for a mobile game transaction. There is absolutely no way that ever could have happened, period. Okay? It doesn't matter what the detractors have said, what shit they've made up, what evidence they have. It literally hasn't happened. Okay? It doesn't matter how insane they are and they all want to believe it with their groupthink. Because that's all it is. It's groupthink. Right? What is the evidence of that? Well, someone went to Kiwi Farms and they posted up an account number, supposedly, and they posted up a phone number, and they posted up a passcode. And they said, hey, everyone, if you call into this number and you put in this account number and you type in this passcode, you're going to hear a bunch of transactions. And you can listen to this account's history for endless amount of years. And it's definitely Dark Side Phil.
Okay, well, this is extremism, but you definitely could do that. Many people did. That's why I played the recording of the robot lady earlier.
Okay? And
That's
in
all
those
real.
transactions, there were things that said they were iTunes transactions. It didn't even say mobile game transactions. It said iTunes transactions, right?
They said a lot more than that, but go ahead. Yep.
Ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is my name on that account?
Yes, your social security number was on the account. Yes, that's how they got into it. They brute forced it.
It's called circumstantial evidence.
Okay. I hope we have this energy tonight, Philip. I hope we bring this same energy tonight.
They put it, and by the way, did you call in?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did myself, but many other people did.
Did you call in and hear that? Or is it something that someone posted on the internet and you're just believing? Right?
Many, I would imagine it's in the hundreds of people that did call, honestly.
Right? Like, what are you saying? What are you talking about? Right? It just...
That's how we're doing this?
I don't understand.
If your explanation is so bulletproof, why are we now trying to discredit the bank leaks themselves? Remember, they're not yours, right?
Did you ever log in? Did you log into a bank?
Yeah.
An actual bank, and open an actual bank system, and it said Bill Burnell's bank account and all this information that links it to me, and then it showed all the transactions and they were all mine, and it was there in black and white. That never happened. Never happened at all. That's never. It's a pipe.
They called into a phone number that said the same information a website would have told you?
Dream. It's a bullshit, stupid argument. Someone posted something up on Kiwi Farms that literally can never be verified. Okay? Never. There's no way. And isn't it funny that it can never be verified? Because that's the funny part about it. Oh, well, we can't verify it actually. Right?
Yes, we can, due to that funny thing known as circumstantial evidence.
And then, when you analyze the evidence, it's so circumstantially stupid. Right? And I've already said this, but no one listens to me. Right?
Okay, say it again.
iTunes transactions. iTunes transactions. What the fuck are you talking about? When you buy stuff for a mobile game.
Yeah, actually, what happens here is, I'm sure you're going to explain this, but I'll just pre-explain it for you. When you buy things for a mobile game, it says it goes to iTunes, Apple iTunes, or you could use it from your PayPal, right? And sometimes you could do it with Apple iTunes, but sometimes you could do it through PayPal, okay? And that's how it works. But I'm sure you're going to say the same thing. So go ahead, say the same thing.
All right. There's so many things that show you that this is so incorrect and it couldn't be what they're saying it is. Number one.
For example?
If the methodology is, I receive contributions via my streams, right? Like right now, the King's Tips that just came in, $301. So that went into my PayPal account.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to do a transaction in a mobile game, what am I paying for it with? My PayPal account?
Yeah.
Or my bank account?
Your PayPal account. And it's right here. Anything else?
I'm paying for it with my PayPal account.
Right? Exactly. That's what I think people would understand if they looked at the bank leaks, which said PayPal. Any other theories?
So Why would there be transactions on a bank statement that say iTunes if I'm paying for the mobile games from my PayPal account? Oh, well,
I don't know why. That's not a big deal for me when 99% of them are from PayPal. Let's see. Maybe maybe you didn't have enough in your PayPal account? I don't know. It's irrelevant, though, since most of them are PayPals, but go ahead.
Well, he transfers the money. Why would someone transfer money from PayPal to a bank account, which costs money to do? You lose money when you transfer from PayPal to a bank account to then initiate a transaction to pay when you could have just done it out of your PayPal account. All right. So that's number one. That's something I've already said.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, no, you haven't, because I didn't hear that yet.
But no one listens to that.
Okay, go ahead.
At all. Correct.
Yeah. And I definitely want to take it's funny when Philip questions things based on their financial merit, when we definitely know he knows how to handle money. So that is a good question. Yep, go ahead.
No one wants to hear that rationale because it's Dark Side Phil. We don't believe him. Right?
Yeah, okay. What's next?
But here's another thing that all the
next.
geniuses out here don't realize.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's something that if they
I hope you call Kylo Ren a genius tonight too when he brings this up. That'll be pretty good, actually.
It actually took 2 seconds to figure this out, but no one will because they want to believe the bullshit. Are you ready for this one? Okay,
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yo, excuse you.
Most mobile games these days are actually trying to get away from you buying anything in the game from these marketplaces of Apple or Google or whatever it may be. I think Apple and Google are the two biggest ones, correct? What they're actually starting to do, and they've done this, and I can verify because I play the game WWE Champions, okay?
Oh, we know that. You've already admitted to lying about that for 8 years. Go ahead.
These companies have made alternate marketplaces. You know what's funny? Now people who are giving me shit the whole time are saying, can we stop talking about it? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm debunking you.
Oh.
I'm debunking your horse shit. And now you want me to stop? Mm-hmm. Now, if that's not a fucking sign that now, because I actually have confidence to speak up about this shit.
Yeah, this is good.
That now people are going to say, would you stop talking? Now you want me to stop because I have some logic and reason to the shit that I'm fucking saying. You want me to stop because it's going to crush your fucking argument?
Please.
Oh, let me stop.
I hope you bring this energy tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no. Oh, poor detractors. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm doing this today. Oh, I feel so bad that I'm crushing your fucking gems. How do you like that association, bitches?
Nice association, bro.
Your gems. Look, I'm crushing your gems. All right, are you ready? Because here's the other rationale, and this is what completely destroys their argument. Okay. All right, because I was saying,
we've been completely destroyed. Here's the second time.
Now,
his confidence is at 99 right now. The Kings Arc just started, guys. This is when the King streak was going to last forever. So this is a result of that.
Want you to buy stuff through the game anymore? I know that's.
When he played the game on stream, did he not say there's special deals on the website he had to use iTunes on to get that he could not use PayPal for? Sounds good to me. Sounds believable to me. Let me search for that. I might be able to find it. If I search for... Let's see. I should be able to find that. Hold on.
That sounds weird. But when you buy stuff through the game, Apple gets a cut, Google gets a cut, whatever marketplace that game is listed on gets a cut. Well, the makers of the game don't want those marketplaces to get a cut. They want to get 100% of your money. All right? So do you want to know what these places have done?
What?
They have set up separate marketplaces outside of the realms of in-game transactions where you now go to spend money. For example, tonight.
First 2 episodes. Okay, let me see, because that will be pretty funny.
When we are in WWE Champions on my late stream, you're going to see right there on the screen, okay, buy coins. But wait a minute, I'm not on my phone on Apple Store, right? So how can you buy coins? Because what happens is you link your account to the web store. You buy coins through the web store. That then sends those coins to your account, and it circumvents the system. So now Apple doesn't get a cut of that transaction, and the game manufacturer gets all of the profits of that transaction. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been happening in mobile games for the greater part of 7 years. With WWE champions.
You seem like an expert.
This has been a thing that they've been doing for many, many years. Okay? Sometimes if you actually buy it outside of the realms of the store, it's even cheaper. If you buy stuff through Apple Store or through the game itself, it's more expensive than if you buy it through their website. Okay? So answer me this. Riddle me this, Batman or Sherlock Holmes or all you internet sleuths.
Okay.
Why in the fuck, if someone who is a whale of one of these mobile games,
yeah, like you, go ahead,
would they be buying all of their fucking credits through iTunes, which means you're paying?
Okay, so I clearly, like, it's like he never saw the bank leaks, because I will show you. Okay, guys, let's compare. He's saying, why would someone spend all of their money on Apple iTunes? Okay, and it's gonna sound like a lot, but just wait. There's 419 transactions on iTunes. Okay, let's check out PayPal. There are 263 transactions from PayPal. So clearly you've done both, right? You've done more on iTunes, more than I expected, but still, you've done a great amount of Apple iTunes as well. So we just pretending that doesn't exist? You've done an extreme amount of Apple iTunes, but you've also done an extreme amount of PayPal, right? I can't find that link about the one. I'm trying to look for it in the W Champions, but I'm trying to see about that exact phrase, if anyone can find it. So as you can see, he's done both. So if he never used PayPal, I would get it. But if he's used PayPal as much as he has, in addition to Apple iTunes, it makes sense, right? And in addition, they're the same amounts, right? Very weird, right? Very weird. All right, go ahead.
Getting more and getting less rather than through their store. Their whole bullshit, we have proof that you said you raised money for bills, you spent it on WWE champions. You have someone else's account, which I don't even know if it's real or not, because I never sat there analyzing it.
Yeah, that's
but
clear.
You literally are looking at someone else's fucking bank account.
Yeah.
With shit in there that you think is circumstantial evidence. It makes no fucking sense.
Okay, so I hope you say this to Steven tonight. Gotta be pretty interesting if you bring this energy.
Why would you, let's say, for example, right now, to buy something through the store is $100, but you get 40 coins and a couple items. But if you buy the same thing through the web store, you get 40 coins, you get shards of a character, you get this bonus, you get event points, you get this. Who in their right fucking mind would sit there spending through the store?
I don't know. It
doesn't make sense. You would go to the web.
I don't know who would have 13 credit cards
to spend. You would never buy it through Apple Store. You would never buy. There would never be an iTunes transaction that says, here's a purchase for WWE champions. It would always be through the side, through the web store or whatever. Right? And I know this because I play the game. Literally no one who spends money on this game is actually buying it through the game. They're not. They're not at all. The only things that go through there are like the subscriptions. Like there's multiple subscription plans you can get in WWE Champions.
Okay, so those are coming
like,
through what?
Like 15, 20 bucks a month. Some of them are 10 bucks a month. That has to go to the subscription plan. That shit has to go through like Apple Store.
Okay, so that explains why some of these happen through iTunes. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, go ahead. I'm trying to keep up here.
But any other transaction literally has to go and be more expensive and give a cut to Apple. Why would you do it there? You're always going to do it through their web store or through their website. You're going to see it tonight as we play this game together. You're going to see the evidence of what I'm saying. All right? So the argument that, just think about how circumstantial this is.
Okay,
someone somehow got access to Darkside Phil's bank account.
Yes.
They went on Kiwi Farms and they posted up an account number. They posted up a phone number. They posted up the passcode. Then they said, do this, and you're going to get a whole...
the thing to do was to call the number and put in the account number and the social security number. That is the things you had to do. It's not this. That was it. Okay, go ahead.
Bunch of transactions in there that are his.
Yeah.
First of all, you can't even verify it's real. There's no way to verify the information is real unless you were the one who actually called and did all that shit, right? So unless you personally did it, you got to have someone else vouch. And who did it?
What if the person that did it can vouch, which they did on the farms.
My fucking detractors, supposedly, right? They're not a verifiable, truthful source of information.
Okay. So let's just say detractors don't know what they're talking about, so therefore don't believe them. Got it.
It doesn't fucking, you can't verify what they're saying because they have vested interest to make shit up about me so they can say horrible things, do horrible things, and get content out of it and all of this. Okay. There's no way that it can even be proven that anything that they said in these bank leaks is real. And then on top of that, the bank leaks don't make fucking sense.
Yes, they do.
Right?
Yes, they really do.
Someone who's making money on PayPal every day is going to transfer it to their bank account and then buy stuff with it. They're just going to use their fucking PayPal.
Yeah, that's what you did for most of the time. You did that actually 263 times. In 16 months, you did that 263 times, often 7 times a day for $660 a day. Keep going, though. I'm trying to keep up.
Or else you're incurring extra fees for no fucking reason.
Speaking of extra fees, you kept a Connecticut condo with no person living in it for years just because reasons. So that seems like a big extra fee that you were okay with in a previous time in your life, of course. But go ahead.
Makes sense. Also, if you're playing this particular game, you're not going to be buying things through the store. You're going to be buying it through their website, which would not say iTunes on a statement. All right? So even with your
well, you mentioned that sometimes you have to buy things through iTunes, but go ahead.
Circumstantial horseshit evidence you can't prove, I can do equally stupid circumstantial evidence that I can't really prove, but no one cares about my side, right?
Yeah,
no
definitely
one,
not.
Because I'm Dark Side Phil, and you just believe everything. So I can't help dunces who will say, so you need to be redeemed because you said you were raising money for a bill and you spent it on WWE champions. You have to jump through so many fucking hoops to believe that argument. You have to believe a detractor who posted up, by the way, if it is true, a federal crime was committed of identity theft.
No one's arguing that.
Or fraud or both to even obtain the information to begin with. Okay? So now, federal crimes had to be committed, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit. This is just wild, right?
So, again, this is not helping his case that it's not his account. Because now he's hardcore trying to prove why that's not his account. When if it wasn't your account, it's a simple, it's not mine, and that would be the end of it. Why would you talk about something that you know is not yours, right? Like the classic thing, if you committed a crime, disproving it's simple. If you did commit the crime, disproving it's impossible, right? That's where we're at right now, you know?
Wild, over-the-top nonsense that people are making the fuck up. And you're just going to believe it because you don't like me? It's not real. It's a realm of fantasy.
Okay, so Lucky Lime says the WWE web portal was released in Q4 of 2020. How far back did these go? So they start... so there is some app. There's Apple and PayPal in the early parts of 2020. I don't know what that tells us, but they did have both. Oh, here's a good day. This was a good day. This was a great fucking day. Look at here. All right. This was a day of another 620. I already saw that one. Let's go to ooh. Here's a good one. A tidy $620 today on this day. Nice day off there. This one. We were going off on one this day. Oh, here we go. $385 that day. That was a soft day. Wasn't really feeling like playing the game on that one.
Well, again, and I know people will say, well, this isn't the same situation. Well, it is. Because here's the deal. All right? Here's the fucking deal.
Okay.
I've had people catfish for over a year in my chat pretending to be a good person.
Catfish.
All right? Then they volunteer to be a moderator. We make them a moderator. They're a moderator for almost a whole other year. At the end of that year, they get access to my Nightbot server.
You want to see something sad? I'll tell you when someone responds. I will literally tell you the moment someone responds, okay? I'm watching it right now.
They go in my chat and they change all my commands to be offensive things so that I can try to get banned from Twitch.
I will literally tell you when someone responds.
Someone spent 2 years of their life catfishing. Everyone in my community was friendly with this person, believed them, right? That they were who they were, right? And they did. And by the way, that happened twice. I'm not shitting you. That happened twice. It was two different times when someone did that, actually. Okay? You might say, that's ridiculous. It happened.
Yeah,
it's
that's
factually
ridiculous.
documented. Okay?
That's ridiculous.
I had someone who was acting like they were an escort.
I was going to put up a cam for it, but like now if I put up the cam, someone's going to talk. There's still no one talking. There is still no one talking.
Living in Europe.
Oh, there it is. I'm Miss Fish, you bitch. Anonymous Fish cucked out. Come on. I know you're in here too. That doesn't count.
That I was flying across the world to spend time with me after my breakup with my ex, and that's where all my money was going. I was raising money on streams, and I was paying for this escort.
Bitch.
All right? This
Ban
shit
him.
went on
Time
for
him
over
out.
6 months. That people believed it with literal no evidence. Guess who they were? It was a couple of people living in like Eastern Europe or some crazy shit.
Okay, we don't need the escort story that the Kiwi Farms disproved.
My ISP.
Yeah, okay.
Sitting there and resetting and turning my modem on and off.
Okay, we got
They
that.
confirmed all of it, that it's all real. Like, that happened. Now, it's too hard to believe that the bank leaks are faked.
Yes, it is.
It's too hard to believe that. Huh?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Like, okay.
If the bank leaks weren't so damn believable.
No, really. Really. At this point, you get to the realm of such insanity. Because I mean, I really don't want to sit here and analyze the bank leak, right?
Yeah, that would be devastating to your case.
There's so many things on there that don't make sense. There's transactions on there.
For
that's
example?
like hundreds and hundreds of dollars at a pet store over the course of like a few weeks. I have one cat.
Yeah. By the way, okay, let's go to Pet Shop. Since you bring up the Pet Shop, PetSmart. So you went there 32 times, and okay, so I'll just go through them there and see. So we have from PetSmart, we have 32, we have 41, 52, 37, 33, 74, 37. Like, it is a lot, but I also think how much he spends at Total Wine is unbelievable. So,
do you think I'm buying him golden platinum food? Like, what do you think what is going on here? I have a one pet. So what the... But we could keep going. Why do we keep going? We don't need to. That's what I mean. You get to a certain point where like, all right, well, you're at this point, Phil, you've now sat here debunking this for 25 minutes. It's the realm of lunacy, right? We're done with this now. Thank you. If you just heard everything I just said and you're like, okay, after hearing all this, this is so fucking stupid.
Okay.
Now I'm seeing literally everything people don't like Phil for is actually horseshit that his detractors exaggerated. That's true. Here's the thing. I'm a human with flaws, okay? I have done many wrong things. I do get too upset at my audience about dumb shit and I lash out, okay? In the past, I absolutely have played mobile games and spent too much money on them. I've publicly talked about the cautions about doing that because I'm afraid that other people would get sucked into where I was sucked into with games like WWE Supercar. That's a different game entirely.
Oh, yeah, it is a different game entirely, isn't it? You don't play WWE Champions?
WWE Supercar. Supercar. That's a different game entirely. That was way before. Okay? So, all this stuff that I've had flaws with and I've publicly admitted. All right?
Go ahead.
It's just so fucking crazy simple that I don't know how anyone with a logical mindset would actually look at it and be like, I just believe everything about Phil. I hate him. But that's the thing, is that no one really did.
I hope you asked Steven this exact same question.
Kino Casino came in and said, wait a minute. What did all these things people actually say about Phil? Let's analyze them. They started looking at him and they're like, what?
Yeah, and they make fun of you worse than any of us here. Some gator in the house, I think if a bookkeeper was ever in the same room as Phil, it would put him on edge and make his existence burn. Like holy waters on a vampire. Oh, yeah. Oh, not you that know about finances. I think Phil's holy water is like normal human beings, actually. Because whenever he's in the presence of a normal human being, he cannot function normally, right? So I think it's normal human being is the problem.
But it doesn't make sense. What the detractors do is they take a nugget of truth, which is what I call it, a nugget of truth, and they literally latch on so much horseshit onto it. I think it's like the nugget is here, but then they put it aside for the drama. They want to believe today. We have fucking literally before was accusing me. Then said stop going because basically I was exposing all of this shit.
No one said that.
Now says, well, you have to prove it's false.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Has anyone seen my teeth?
I don't have to prove anything to you. Get it? I don't have to prove a goddamn fucking thing to you. You're no one.
So why are you trying to then? If you don't have to, then why try?
You're a little insignificant worm on the internet who wants to believe that I'm a bad person.
Yes.
You don't matter to me. You're like a worm that I was...
You don't matter to me, but I will now continue to talk about things to try to get you to believe me for the next 25 minutes. But also, yes, please believe that I don't care about you.
Walking down the street and I accidentally slipped on. You understand? I don't owe you a goddamn fucking thing. And the moment you get that through your...
But I'll give it to you anyway.
head and you move on with your insignificant life, will be a better day for the entire fucking planet Earth. I don't care about your opinion because you're wrong. You made shit up and I don't owe fuck all to you.
You gonna laugh? Oh, got him. That guy didn't even get a ban. Damn.
Excuse me. The king slipped from his throne for a second there. He had to address a particular...
See, this is the beginning of the king arc.
...subject that was being incredibly annoying.
Uh-huh. Where'd this energy go, huh?
Right? I mean, holy fucking shit. How crazy can it go? How deep can it go? This insane rabbit hole of insanity and cultish behavior and cultish thought.
Let's continue giving them exactly what they want. Go ahead.
Literally, the things people hate me for are circumstantial shit that my trolls made up.
Yes. Yes.
A post on fucking Kiwi Farms from an unverifiable source because he...
Holy shit, okay. So now Anonymous Fish deleted his message. But the only person that has responded now is DJ Goutini. Shoutouts to DJ Goutini. A very, very staunch supporter of DSP gaming. Yes, DJ Goutini.
It can't be verified because if it was, they'd go to federal prison. And it's bullshit that's completely circumstantial and proves nothing.
By the way, that's literally the only person talking to this very moment in time in real life.
At all. But this is the evidence you have of me being the worst person on Earth? Wow.
No, that's live. I'm showing you live, Born Slippy. I showed you literally live. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, that's it. That is it. That is it. That's what we're working with. 22 people waiting. That stream's going to go off.
Actually, you're dumb. And the problem is the dumb people found ways to get pushed to the top of the YouTube algorithm. And so the dumb people are what people like, Casino.
Seems like it would have been good if you did that when your YouTube career started failing, wasn't it? But unfortunately, just couldn't do it,
or Keemstar or other content creators see when they search for Dark Side Phil. Yeah. They don't see DSP doing a fun podcast or doing a fun playthrough or doing all the shit. Yeah. They see Dark Side Phil Bank Leaks horrible person. Right? Like...
I should change the title of this stream to that, shouldn't I? DSP Bank Leaks horrible person.
So I don't blame people for having misconceptions for 10 years, but thank you for allowing me to now have the time and platform to say to those people, please fuck off.
Yep.
Because
this is so good too, because it's literally Kino Casino that have made this interview with Steven happen, right? So, because Keno did give them a second chance and called him king, we're going to get an interview with Steven that is going to be asking about the same insane bullshit that if you believe you are a crazy person. So I hope Philip calls Steven a crazy person, though, because that's what he is, apparently.
You're a liar, and I don't have to prove shit. I don't have to open my accounts to prove anything to you.
10
Because you
p.m.
know
Eastern.
that's actually what the detractors want. The moment I open my accounts to show you real information, oh my God, the gold mine just opened. Reverse engineer the information. Use this to hack this.
Yeah, definitely.
Social engineer this. Ruin his life. This isn't about me disproving accusations in any way. This is about them having a means to find more information about me to make more content. Because honestly, the hate on me has gotten old. Their arguments have gotten stale. They don't have any new dirt on me for like 4 fucking years. So now they have to keep rehashing until finally they think I'm going to snap one day and I'm going to slam my head on the ground. Fuck this. I'll finally prove it. I'm going to open this phone.
Something snapped.
I'm going to slam my head on the ground. Fuck this. I'll finally prove it. I'm going to open this phone. I'm going to show you the account. And that's exactly what they want, because then they got what they wanted. They're going to get new information to fuck with me even further. Do you understand? That's why I'm not going to do it. I'm not dumb. I've been there already. There have been times when on these streams, I tried to defend myself, and what I said, they would then twist into something else, even worse or more egregious or worse for me. So it doesn't make sense to waste time on it. Like I said, I'd rather have the devil I know. Everyone believes what they say about me, versus the devil I don't. I expose a whole bunch of personal information and it could fuck my life up forever. Right?
Okay. Well, that
I already got
sounds
people
good.
committing identity theft on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I already have people committing identity theft on Twitter. What if they get hold of things where now they can open accounts in my name and they can do all this shit just because they found a way to reverse engineer information? I'm not going to take that fucking risk. I'm not insane. All right? The people who are insane are people who think that a fucking mobile game matters. Those are the people who are insane. Okay?
Definitely. Go off, King.
Okay. I've had enough of this guy. He's out of here. He had no argument at all, and he's still going on. He's continuously moving the goalpost, and he can kiss the royal cheeks. Okay. Some shit.
Yeah, because you don't answer him.
Shoutouts.
It's pretty easy to win arguments when you don't let the other person talk. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can say whatever the fuck you want, but don't worry, Steve will have some space to talk. Thanks to Triple P and the Keno Casino giving you a chance, right?
Boniface Enjoyer, $10 super chat. Peasants bow to the king. My tribute to the war chest, my liege. Thank you so much. Plebe with a $7 super chat. The Keno guys think the bank leaks are yours. They just don't care.
Yeah.
In truth, I don't know if they think they are or not.
They do. And actually, they would ask about this months later and say the bank leaks both exist in reality and also fantasy, which is pretty funny. And then you laughed about it. I played that at the beginning of the show.
Because we've kind of gone back and forth, and I've heard them reference it in different ways. I also don't care what they think.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally also don't care what they think either. I know what's real and what's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Spicy Sauce with a $20 super chat says the WWE Champions thing was always the dumbest lie. Even if you spent $10 million on WWE Champions, everything's Keno. There are guys who are pedophiles, violent criminals, and no, God forbid that you would get a shiny Hulkster with your own money. Yeah. There you go. Even if it's true, they don't care. I'm telling you, it's not. I guess it doesn't really matter what I say anymore, right?
Okay.
Whatever. I guess at this point, it's a moot point. We don't even need to talk about it anymore.
Definitely.
Someone did identity theft or fraud or both, and then
what?
You know, the bank leaks. Can't prove the bank leaks because the bank leaks are a federal crime if they're real. Meaning someone did identity theft or fraud or both, and then urged other people to do so. You can't verify what's in the bank leaks because it doesn't exist anymore. There was never a formal statement, never anything formally from anyone saying this is real. So you can't even verify if they're real, so they're fake.
What? You can't verify if they are real, so they are fake. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's a new twist on it. Let me hear that again. One more time.
And then urged other people to do so. You can't verify what's in the bank leaks because it doesn't exist anymore. There was never a formal statement, never anything formally from anyone saying this is real. So you can't even verify if they're real, so they're fake.
Okay, got it.
And that's what I'm...
Well, just to finish up here, that's the last... just to finish up here, there are 3 smoking guns that I think Steven has to bring up. The first one being Curls and Twirls. Of course, there's a place they go called Curls and Twirls. Catherine was featured, very, very prominently featured on the Facebook page of Curls and Twirls, and there it was, okay? Next, they have, which is another one, Firestone. Philip talked about on a stream about Firestone charge the very same day. He said it wouldn't be a big deal. There is a Firestone charge of $22 on that very same day, okay? Next, the biggest one for me is Burger King. So Burger King was on September 7th, 2021, $21.66. That was a very famous day where Philip, on the next day, talks about a bad experience at Burger King he had. So, remember, if you want to believe that the bank leaks are someone else's account, that person would have to go to Burger King the very same day as DSP without knowing that DSP was going to go there and talk about it the next day, and also get a meal that is worth the amount two people would pay for. And you'd also have to forget that he goes to the same stores that DSP goes to, the same store that Catherine works at. You have to also remember that this person has to go do everything on the days off that Philip has. They have to live in Renton, and they have to be addicted to mobile games. It's pretty simple. It's pretty fucking simple. But again, if you believe that, you are a mouth-drooling idiot, and never forget it. Okay. So, that will do it for this show, but don't worry, we're not done by a long shot. Pre-stream coming up next. You will be redirected there in a second. It should be in a flash here. So I'll see you over there. Big ups to everybody for chilling. You'll be redirected automatically. Sit tight. See you in a second. Bye.